Yeah. Mic check. We live. Let me make sure my levels is good. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little nervous tonight.
Why? Because you're the only guy? You should be. You really should be.
Let me see. I'll get my light together over here, man. Let me see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's Thursday night. You know what it is. Let this, that, and the other take you into the weekend. I go by the name of Olu. And man, I ain't gonna lie, tonight, the staff is real sexy. Ooh. We sexy tonight. Let's get into it.
It's your homeboy Anti-VOTO Johnson, the Pope Goat himself, and you tune into the This, That, and the Other podcast. Yeah, bitch.
Hey, what's happening, man? White boy bad legit. I'm locked in with my guys, my brothers. This, That, and the Other podcast.
It's Thursday night.
Y'all tune in. Stay locked in. We here. Let's get it.
Yeah, if you don't know, you won't know. This is the one and only Coney, Mr. Producer's Chair, Mr. 1234, Mr. Your favorite producer. Yeah, dig. You're now rocking with the This, That, and the Other podcast. Get into it.
Man, listen, y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Taj Mahal. They call me the gospel because I'm nothing but the truth. You know I'm locked and loaded, ready to go with my partners at the This, That, and the Other podcast, where every discussion is straight fire. And that's none too major. It's a little razzle dazzle. Sheesh.
It's Thursday night. We getting all grown and sexy on, huh?
We need to run that back.
You want to run it back?
That was good.
Hey, that's my favorite part about this whole thing. Let's run that thing back. Hey, let's get it.
It's your homeboy Anti-VOTO
T.O.
Johnson, the Pope Goat himself, and you tune into the This, That, and the Other podcast. Yeah, bitch.
Marcina said run it back. We gonna run it back.
Legit. I'm locked in with my guys, my brothers. This, That, and the Other podcast. Y'all tune in. Stay locked in. We here. Let's get it.
Yeah, if you don't know, you won't know. This is the one and only.
Shout out to Coney Cone. Shout out to Lee J. Shout out to T.O.
Your favorite producer.
Shout out to the big homie Taj.
You're now rocking with the This, That, and the Other podcast. Get into it.
Man, listen.
Shout out to
y'all
Dino.
already know who it is. It's your boy Taj Mahal. They call me the gospel because I'm nothing but the truth. You know I'm locked and loaded, ready to go with my partners at the This, That, and the Other podcast, where every discussion is straight fire. And that's none too major.
Yeah. You want to hear my favorite part? Listen to this.
The This, That, and the Other podcast.
Come on, man. We out here spending big bucks.
I think my favorite part when T.O. said, "You beesh."
Yeah, Reese.
I love T.O.
Shout out to the homie T.O. Shout out to Lee J. You guys know what it is. Shout out to Dino for putting that together. Listen, man, like I said, it's Thursday. You know what it is.
This,
This,
the
that.
staff look real sexy, and I
Man,
must agree.
man, let's take a look around. Look at all this. Look at that, man.
All this femininity.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm ready for this.
You ready?
Yeah, man. Listen. We got the wine poured up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nephew Devontae, the technical guy. Listen, man, we're gonna get started. We're gonna have a special guest, our brother Donald Lewis, pull up sooner than later. Also, our brother Swann possibly is back. We'll see if he trickles in or not. We got a big one in the building tonight. I am joined by none other. You know what? I'm gonna let you do your own. You know, say get the cobwebs shaked off because you ain't been. Shout out to T Baby.
Yes, shout out to. Listen, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to introduce myself.
Come on, you know how to do it.
How I do
Shout out to the funeral home. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to we on the couch and all that.
Okay, so you want me to give it to him like we on chat with
Yeah, we on chat with China.
All right, so y'all already know. Listen, the first shout out forever will always go to Biscuit. Shout out to my
Biscuit.
daughter, y'all.
Thank you, Biscuit, for letting mommy come out tonight.
I was gonna say shout out to Biscuit because I had a mommy-daughter date with her tonight, and she let me cancel for y'all. So,
Yeah, shout out to you. We love you.
Shout out to Biscuit. Just shout out my people. Shout out my realtor. I'm a homeowner now.
Yeah, my homes.
Shout out my support system. T-Baby say I've been gone for a minute. Now I'm back with the
Yeah,
jump
man, we
rope.
missed you, T Baby. You know I had to check in on you.
I ain't gonna take up too much time. Listen, y'all know my favorite shout out gonna always be the last shout out, and I'm never telling y'all to kill y'all people, but when they die, call Reggie Cannon at Cannon Funeral Home.
Yeah. Shout out to your sister with Slay. What do you call her? Your Slay sister, Ashley.
Oh, my slider.
Yeah, your slider.
You know the cobwebs, Ash.
Yeah, I got you,
Listen,
man. Listen.
Shout out to my slider. That's my praying partner, my slider, my ride or die, my right hand, my business partner, my bestie. Shout out to Ash. I love you, Chica.
You say your prayer partner?
Yeah.
That's dope. I ain't never heard nobody say that before.
Yes, that is my
I like that.
partner.
I need to get me a prayer partner. My wife prays with me. She prays over me all the time.
I'm glad she do.
Somebody got to. We out here. We out here. Like my girl Tameka said, I love Jesus and I love Jeezy.
Both of them.
Listen, speaking of Tameka, let me go ahead and get my horns ready, man, cause listen. I got a little introduction for you. You ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
She is a woman of many titles. She is the boss of all bosses. She's the CEO of Elite Beauty Professionals. She is known as the Connector. She's an all-around queen.
Yeah.
She pushed listen to this. I'm really proud of this one.
Let me
I want to hear it.
Let me hear it.
She puts the grand in grandma.
I know that.
She is the epitome of the phrase, black don't crack. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Miss Tameka Taylor.
Now that was an introduction.
Yeah.
Not the grand and grand. 'Cause most people don't even believe I'm a grandmother.
I know. So
I was just about to say.
I'm a grandmother.
and that's why I wanted to say that, because I was like, man, people don't, I just found out myself by doing my little research, and I was like, wait,
Really?
she's a grandma?
I'm a grandma.
Dang.
I
that's
have
what's
4 grandchildren.
4?
Grandchildren, yeah.
Dang. That's what's
them.
up.
Yeah.
Blessing.
This year was my birthday, so I was like, my theme was 4 + 4 = I 8. I turned 44, so a lot of times when I tell people how old I am and that I have grandchildren and children as old as I do, they looking at me like crazy, and we standing there in awe for a moment. But I tell people, I say, in all seriousness, I feel like when you're a great person, you love God, you take care of your children, that you really cultivate good relationships, God is going to bless you with that time off your life.
Yes, Lord.
So I be telling the people, I'm 27.
And she don't sound like my mama. And she just turned 50 like 2 years ago and still swearing she's 27. And I'm like, how, sis?
Mama.
She got to grow up because I done turned 28, so how she 27?
just in our, just let us have the moment. Just a little bit.
And you could definitely pass for any age. Like,
can.
you definitely.
Thank you.
Because I
Thank
wasn't
you so
expecting
much.
to hear grandma. I wasn't expecting
Yeah,
that.
Grandma.
see?
They call me Gigi now. Like that grandma thing. Like I put the G in grandma.
Yeah.
But the grandkids call me Gigi. I'm their Gigi.
Definitely a Gigi.
That's so cute.
Yeah, that's what's
I'm the
up.
OG.
Bless. Yeah, blessing. That's a blessing, man. That's
Ooh,
what's
if
up.
my daughter ever make me a grandma, that's what I'm gonna be, the OG.
The
I used to
OG.
say it was gonna be Mimi, but I think I want to be the OG.
I want to be the OG. I'm the Gigi. I'm the
Okay.
OG.
That's what you wanted to be called, Gigi?
I wanted to be called Gigi. I
Yeah.
was too young to be a grandma. Grandma who?
Yeah.
My mom don't even want to be called. She's Nana. So, and my grandkids know Nana versus Gigi. Like, they be like, that's Nana. And they know that's their great grandmother. But then they know I'm Gigi and I'm their grandmother.
Yeah. Not too long ago, you posted a picture with your mama, you, and your daughter.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh, like, this is crazy. Like, your mom still look
Yeah.
young as crap, man.
Yeah,
and
she's
that's like,
63.
man.
And I have the issue you have, Marshina, with your mom. Like, can you sit down, please? I'm going to need you to sit down. You're not my sister. You are my mother.
You're my mother. Please act like it. Please.
Please.
And I'm quick to tell her I don't have kids. Malia belongs to her.
Listen, now that's a debate we have because my mom swears she raised my oldest child, and I'm like, we could talk about it. I'm gonna let you have that moment. I'm gonna let you have it.
Man, listen, before we really get him, shout out to the chat, man. If you tuned into the chat, make sure you share it. Shout out to Burley. Is that Burley? Yeah, Burley. Shout out to Burley. We love you. We can't wait. July 19th. I ain't gonna say much more. But shout out to T-Baby. Shout out to Ariel Adams. Listen, we here. Share the live. Share it. About to put that video I told you. Before we get in, Oh, did it come through? Oh, that's right. Yeah, we had a problem. But I'm going to go ahead and play it out on the speaker. Hope everybody can hear it because Tameka was talking that talk. Let's get it.
So I just wanted to come to y'all today and say, what's up? Happy Making Moves Monday. And I want to tell y'all, do what you want. They hating anyway. Like, do what makes you feel good. Don't worry about what people got to say about you. Don't worry about people's opinions of you. Because so often we stop and we think, oh, what so-and-so gonna think about that? So-and-so waiting on you to do it because it's gonna give them freedom and liberation. One thing about me, baby, I love the Lord, but I also love Jeezy. Yes. Really, really love worshiping, but I love trap music. Like, and nobody's gonna take that from me. So don't let anybody take it from you. Live your best life. You only get one to live.
Yes, Lord.
I gotta steal that from you. So when you see me one day say that, I'm gonna make sure I quote you because I do love Jesus and Jeezy.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because I was bumping Jeezy at the same time, right? And I just thought about it because I love God. And so often people get it misconstrued because they'll judge you based on where they see you. They'll judge you based on where you show up. They'll judge you based on the fact that I like to turn up, but don't get it twisted. God is first.
I'm saved, not
Yeah,
sorry.
yes.
I'm saved, not sorry.
At all. I still will nuck if you bug.
Man, and that's why like the fellas, I wish they were here, man. Shout out to my brother Saint and shout out to Swann. When we met at the event, Jazz Mars event,
Yes.
I mean, I already knew of you. I just haven't met you personally. But when I met you personally, it was like face to face.
Yes.
It was everything that I thought it would be. Like your energy, man. Listen, your positivity is you have an aura to you. And I seen you. I seen you briefly at I think it was Boss Fest.
Yeah.
When they had it in Tampa.
Yeah, that was good.
But I was leaving at the time because I had to hurry up and come to strive for a cause. And I wanted to go say what's up to you, but I had to leave. But like you have a presence by you, you know what I'm saying? Like when you walk into the room, everybody knows Tameka Taylor's there because you're gonna see that smile from across the room.
Yes.
You're gonna hear her. You know, you're gonna feel her presence. So like, where does that come from?
Well, first of all, thank you for that. I really appreciate that. I think it comes from confidence, just having confidence. I will say this. I used to ask my mom, I say, Mom, when I go in the room, I say, everybody looking at me. Why they looking at me? Right. It used to make me really uncomfortable. But as I grew and I became who God wanted me to be, I understood that there was a light on me, that there was something that they saw that I just didn't see. And so one of my prayers today is just, God, let me see me how you see me. Ooh. So now that I understand who I am, I understand what I carry, and I understand they hating anyway, I just show up as my full authentic self. And when I say they hating anyway, it's not that I'm saying we got haters and we do, but it's not about that. But what I'm saying is that people are going to think what they want to think no matter how you show up. If you show up clean, if you show up with diamonds on, if you show up in your worst or your best, they're going to form their opinion about you. So I just feel like I want to walk in the room owning who I am. I don't want anybody to think that I question who I am because I know I am Tameka Taylor.
Yes,
Period.
Lord, yeah.
She say, I know I am. Listen, young girls nowadays need to know that, and that's something they need to know. They need to know I am whoever their name is and know who they are.
That's a
baby,
fact.
they so caught up in wanting to be somebody else. Let me not get started.
But Marshina, you got a daughter though. You say I met your daughter. Well, when I say met, I feel like we encounter each other on a spiritual level when we're in the same room.
Amen.
So I saw your daughter Biscuit, and I have 2 girls.
Okay.
I have a son too. He's inserted in the middle, and you know them boys kind of get, you know what I'm saying? So my girls are the best part of me because anytime that I need a reminder that I've done a great job,
you look at them.
I look at them.
Yes. That is my baby for me. I could talk all day about my baby.
Listen.
Like, all day. But Biscuit is one of those, she knows who she is. She knows what she wants. And it's hard sometimes raising yourself because she is me all over again. But I wouldn't change it because she knows who I am, what I like, what I don't like. And I feel a lot of girls at her age don't know that, and that troubles me because this is our next generation that's coming up.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying that it's all the parents' fault, because there is that saying that says, my mama raised me right, I did wrong on my own.
Absolutely.
However, the moms need to be held a little bit more accountable for these young girls that are growing up and are suffering from self-identity crisis, and they don't know who they are. It's okay to not know where you want to go, but to not know who you are and to build up on that is a problem. So
yes, absolutely. And that's a whole podcast.
That is. It is.
That's a whole podcast. We could go deep right there. It's a deep dive. I'm raising a 26, my oldest daughter is 26.
Okay.
And she owns 2 daycares. Like, she's at capacity. She is going to be.
She said at capacity and just slid by that.
Listen, she's at capacity with both of her centers. She's seen multiple 6 figures, and she was one that knew who she was and what she wanted to do at a very early age. And I'm not going to even lie to you. Sometimes she's my reminder to reflect on who God called me to be, she's my motivation. And so I tell my best friend,
shout out to the best friend.
Yes, that's my prayer partner, right? But yeah, we can go deep about them knowing, and I just thank God that I was able to cultivate a daughter who knows who she is and who is a good role model to her age group.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shout out to Tia Crockett on the live, man.
Listen. Y'all want to talk about somebody that you can get deep with?
I went to
listen to her in the morning.
Hold on, wait a second. Let me just Tia, you won't hear.
She on
mic check. 1 2
1 2.
I went to Opulent Daughters Retreat.
How was it?
I went to Opulent Daughters Retreat, and I'm gonna tell you, I had got up one morning, a Tuesday. I think she does it on Tuesday morning, and I was unsure because I don't just go into anybody's space. And it was something that she said, and I know that girl sit with God. Pure point.
Do you hear?
Fact.
She sit with God.
Fact.
And it was
high.
Coffee in the morning with them and everything.
Do not make me run in this room. And it was something she said, and the Holy Spirit said, you got to go. And I'll just say this in short. Opulent Daughters Retreat experience for me cultivated and prepared me for everything I've gone through in 2025. Ooh. That's all I'll say.
When I tell you, that lady right there, I met her. Shout out to Taj, because Taj actually, he when I had Mindset Maintenance, he said that's somebody you want to invite.
Definitely.
And I reached out to her, told her I had a ticket for her. Just show up.
Girl, be busy.
And
though.
She came.
She did.
Came.
Okay.
She came Yes, and I started following her on social media.
You know she did, because she sat at the table next to me. I remember hugging her.
And I started following her on social media. And one morning she was up praying.
Hey.
She was up praying one morning.
At 7 o'clock in the morning, she goes live.
Yes.
7, I think it's 7.
And baby, when I say a word between her and Pastor Fuller, you go.
Man.
Listen, I just had a surgery procedure, and it's been 2 weeks ago yesterday. And right before I was in the prep room, and I had to make her a video. I was in the prep room right before they take you back. And I went to my Facebook before, I had to give up my phone. And Tia had sent me a prayer that was about 2 minutes and something long. And me and my mom, we grabbed hands and we listened. And I told her, I said, your prayer took me where I needed to go. So I told her, I said, I know you sit with God. Like, listen, Tia, you my girl, for real life.
I told Pastor Fuller when we had him on the pod, like, everybody knows this how I feel about pastors sometimes, right? I feel like sometimes they can come off a little scammy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but with Pastor Fuller,
we love your transparency.
I ain't making this up. People realize that there's scammers out there. Pastors that ain't really living that life.
Yeah.
But there's 2 people that convinced me 3 people that convinced me 1,000%, and that's Pastor Fuller, his wife, and Tia Crockett.
Yeah, I know that's right. That's
real.
We had her and the girls on the pod.
Yes.
And that was one of my favorite episodes.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the King of Stokes too, man. I love her, man.
Yes. The poet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, like I said, you light up a room when you come to places, everybody knows you're there. But let's talk about early Tameka.
Okay.
Like what it took for you.
The Jeezy.
Right.
The snowman.
Let's talk about
in the wintertime.
The stuff that, let's talk about early life, like where you from, how was your life growing up, and, to where you at now.
So I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois.
Chi-town.
Okay,
yes, I'm originally from Chicago. I moved to Florida when I was really young. I want to say I was about 6 years old when we moved here, because Chicago is rough and was always rough. So
that's why me and my baby stayed in the downtown area when we went, and we did not leave from there.
You better not listen. It get ratchet by the pier too. My daddy was like, "Hey, you need to get from down
the
there."
Navy Pier.
The Navy Pier,
baby.
Yes.
Okay, well that's as furthest we went, and then we went to the Bean because I had to see the Bean.
Okay,
and baby,
I don't know what that is.
You've never seen the Bean in Chicago?
I don't think so. Oh, you talking about the big silver thing?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I didn't know it was called the Bean, girl.
Shout out to America's favorite cousin.
Yes.
Appreciate you, homie.
So we saw that, and then we were back to where it was silver.
It's a very beautiful place. So coming from Chicago, moving to Florida, I've been in Florida. I'm 44, so I've been in Florida a great deal of my life. I had my first child at 17. So I saw a post earlier, and the young lady was talking about how she was a mom before she became a woman. And so that was part of my testimony, because if my bestie here can tell you, my conversation has been, Lord, I want to go deeper in you, because I'm trying to detach from taking care of my kids for all these years. And it was not easy. It was not easy. I come from corporate. I can't say I had a hard life. My mom was the best. Shout out to Mary Taylor Harris.
Hey.
She was the absolute
She sounded
best.
like she was Mary Taylor Harris.
That sounds like somebody good. She sounds like a good mama.
That's the OG. Do you hear me? My mom does
That's a
not
good
play.
mama right there.
And she taught me how to be a woman. She taught me how to take care of my family. She taught me how to be a mom. And so although raising children at 17 was a struggle, with God, it made it really sweet. So coming out of corporate and raising my children, I wanted to have time freedom. So me being a young mom is what pushed me into becoming an entrepreneur, because being a mom, having to work, being a single parent, it's like when the people tell me, oh, you can't be off because you got to work. Like, forget y'all job. I'm taking care of my kids. So for me, I was always a mom first. Nothing in my life came outside of, everything in my life was because I was a mom.
I love
was
that.
because I was a mom. I did everything for my children, and part of what I'm trying to separate from right now is my children were my why. And I understand now that that can't be. And I want to tell women, don't make your children your why, because when they grow up, now you trying to figure out who the hell you are outside of these children.
That's something that people don't think about a lot. But
Yes.
I could definitely attest from a man's point of view about daughters.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I'm not saying I was a wild dude, but when I had my daughter, instantly I was like, okay, now I have something to live for. Now I have something to.
And shout out to her, because we love her.
Shout out
Yeah,
to her.
shout out to my
I met her
daughter.
tonight. Beautiful girl.
Isn't she?
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She looked
Yes.
just like him,
She
but she's
do.
beautiful though.
wait, but she's beautiful.
Not, but she's beautiful though.
So maybe y'all, since we on my daughter,
Yes.
so I'll be transparent with y'all. Maybe I can get some advice from the ladies. She got a little boyfriend now.
Ooh.
We love it.
How old is she?
She is. No, she's not.
She's 13, 14.
She's 15.
She is not 15.
14, 15.
Listen, that
man,
don't want her to be.
He be
know.
forgetting how old she is sometimes. Because one day she'll look like she's 12, and then he won't see her for about a week and come back, she look like she's 18.
But she done grew and got
Yeah,
tall,
she's
yeah.
tall.
Tall,
She's
yeah.
tall. But so how should I deal with this? So this is my problem with it. Like, I'm not the father that, oh, you can't have no boyfriend and blah, blah.
Absolutely.
I want to be accepting to it, of the balance of it all. I want to accept it, but I also want to show resistance, because like, I don't want her to think that, it's okay to have a boyfriend and then you think it's okay to do other things. Let's just work on the boyfriend holding hands still. We're not ready for the kisses and making out stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but on the other hand, so I told my daughter, this is why I show resistance, because you might look at this kid as, your boyfriend, everything's all sweet, but as a father, I look at this kid as your first heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? How do I prepare myself for that first heartbreak?
So, for me, being a single parent, I wanted to cultivate a relationship with my children where they felt safe to talk to me about anything, while also setting boundaries. I can say that.
Do you find that easy? Was that an easy task?
Talking to them?
Like getting them to talk to you?
I wouldn't say it was an easy task. My girls were a little easier, because there's always going to be those topics where you still dad. I'm still mom. They be like, how I tell my dad, this, or how I tell my mom this. But I think what's most important is that you make her feel safe, that you make her feel comfortable, that whether she's ready to talk to you about it or not, that it's okay to talk to you about anything. And what I will tell her is that dating these guys out here, girl, be glad you got your daddy. Your daddy gonna put you up on game.
And and exactly my point. And like I was telling sis, you know, like I told her, I was like, I know it's hard for you to open up to me about this because she talks to her mother more than she does about boyfriend stuff, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she finds it a little weird to talk to me, but I tell her, look, you know, guess what? I'm a boy. You know what I mean? Like,
what I told you, you a man.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. I gotta bring it down to
make
her
it
level.
relatable.
So so you know, I know all the tricks.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I put on clinics with this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So if you feel like, you know, this kid is telling you something and you don't know, I say, hey, come talk to me. I'll tell you what's real or what's not.
Yes.
You
And
know
don't
what I mean?
like the first boy. I'm sorry. Like, don't like the first boy. Like, keep your options open.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it in the friend zone.
Yeah.
You know, and let him know your daddy active. But I would say don't make her feel uncomfortable about dating, because one thing growing up, my mom married military first. So my stepdad was military.
Mm-hmm.
And I was 15 and I could not date. So I used to sneak and talk on the phone. I used to sneak and go with boys. And so that was something I didn't want my girls to feel like they had to do.
Yeah.
So I was very open about that. Like, is there an age limit that they should be at before they start? I think that is a boundary. But when they start doing it, I think that the relationships need to be cultivated, that they need to be safe and they need to be comfortable, and you need to let them know that it's okay to like boys. That's what God allowed us to do. But there are boundaries that have to be set.
Okay. So I'm doing a good job.
You're
so
doing a
far.
great
So I'm
job.
putting a little plug here because I think it was like 2 years ago, Biscuit and I created the bonding journals, and I think I have an extra one, a daddy-daughter one.
Okay.
I'll look. If I do, I'll give it to you.
I like it.
Yes.
And Biscuit and I created one. There's one for mommy daughters, mommies and sons, daddy daughters, and fathers and sons.
Oh,
so there's a
wow.
bonding journal, and every topic specifies, you know, the ones for the moms and daughters are not the same for the fathers and the sons, you know, so it's different.
Yes.
But as I shared with him the other day, Biscuit started, I think she had her first boyfriend in like 6th grade, and it was like, she didn't know to lie, to be like, I don't have no boyfriend. It was like she just kind of came out and told us. But it did take a while for her to tell her dad. But when she did tell her dad, it's kind of like, now I don't have a filter. I can tell my daddy everything. You know, I ain't going to say everything, but her and her dad, they talk now.
That's great.
So that is there. But I told Lou, in sharing this with him the other day, she got her first boyfriend in 6th grade, got her first heartbreak in 6th grade. And let me tell y'all, I knew my baby was sick.
Listen.
I'm talking about she didn't get out of the bed. And we talked about it leading up to the heartbreak, because it was like, he would always say, oh, this girl that he was always with, oh, that's just my best friend. That's my best friend.
Okay,
come to
best
find out,
friend.
right? Come to find out they was sleeping together. So y'all, when I tell y'all my baby was sick,
Okay.
but I just told Lou I was so damn happy when she got that heartbreak, because now I'm the parent that go through her phone every now and again.
Yeah.
Baby, when I used to see the way these boys was talking to Malia and she was talking to them, one of them said she didn't wait for him to walk her to class or something, and my baby responded, I wasn't about to be late because of you. Like, Biscuit is a beast now.
I love
like,
it.
you know,
I love it.
so I
Come
know
on,
it sounds
Biscuit.
bad that, you know, she's gonna have her first heartbreak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How she
she's going
bounces
to.
back from it is gonna tell you what kind of
Yes.
person. Because now you can't tell Biscuit nothing. She just don't be with the shit.
It don't take but one time sometimes.
But and I wish I was like that with her, or like that when I was her age, because. And I'm not just bragging because she my kid, but the kid is
Brag,
a beast,
honey,
because baby,
brag.
I be looking at those messages and I was like,
Put your foot down then.
listen, if I told her daddy one day, I say, listen, these little boys, they might go and put their hands on my little way. She be talking to them.
Everybody who just tuned in, our brother Donald Lewis is in the building.
The doctor.
Dr. Donald Lewis, Tameka Taylor. This is Dr.
How you
Donald.
doing?
Dr.
Nice to
Donald,
meet
this is
you.
Tameka Taylor.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome, my brother.
I'm sorry.
I said my apologies on being late.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. We didn't even notice.
Oh, I do want to go back to Tameka, like you said. So back to your early life, and you know, what were some of the things you went through to make you who you are, the person you are now, though?
I can say my biggest life altering was becoming a mom. Like, I'm kind of stuck there. I need your help, Donald, because I'm trying to come out of that. But no, becoming a mom, I always knew that I didn't want nobody to tell me what to do. I wanted to be in charge of my own time and be able to have freedom. So just being a mom early, wanting to cultivate freedom is what pushed me into being an entrepreneur. I went through a few heartbreaks because, baby, I got 3 baby daddies. I ain't ashamed to let you know I move on quick. I ain't got time. He not it. Okay, let's see. Not that I was really, planning to be a mom. It just kind of happened. Me and my friend joke all the time. We was like, we became moms and we were just hunching. Like, we just going to be real about it. And I will say this. I told my mom, I said, Mom, you didn't have the conversation with me about the birds and the bees. She said, well, I thought that because I was a straight A student. I graduated with like a 3.8 GPA.
Hey.
I'm like, but did you not know that the chemistry was, I'm going to like a boy? Like, you should have told me. And I think that honestly, how I'm built, how I'm wired, if my mom would have had the conversation with me at 16, I would not have become a mom. I wanted to go to the University of South Florida. I wanted to go to FAM. I wanted to go to college. But when I became a mother, it was like, oh, this has to come first.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity. My mom said, well, I'll keep the baby. No, my baby will not be confused about who the mother is. So those are some of the things that shaped me to become who I am today. And just knowing that my mom was a great mom, but I also wanted to be to my kids who I thought I needed in addition to who my mom was as well.
Yes.
That says a lot right there. And that says a lot about you, too, because, I've seen young girls have babies, and they do rely on the grandmother a lot. And a lot of times the grandma is the one that's raising the kids.
She not like that. She not built like that. It wasn't. Now, I think because my mom was the type of mother that she wanted to see me do great. She knew I wanted to go to college. I think that's kind of like the first instinct. My 21-year-old daughter wanted to go to the Air Force. And so before she got pregnant, of course you can go. But when she got pregnant, because you want to see your child cultivate their dreams, it's like, I'll keep the baby. Because that's what we've been doing all our life. But after I said no, I had baby number 2. I said, hey, I want to go to the Navy. She's like, I ain't keeping no kids. So it was kind of like one and done, with her, you get the opportunity one time.
Yeah.
And I never wanted to be that young mom who put that responsibility on my mom because she was a single mother. So why put her through what she coming out of? She deserved to celebrate raising us and living her life outside of being a mom and being everything to us.
You got to let your daughter listen to Kaya just one time.
One time?
Just one time.
Don't trust no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, tonight I'm gonna ride around the block with her in the car.
You don't need but 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to take her to school in the morning. I'll make sure I play it.
FaceTime me so I can see.
That is too funny, but yeah, Kaya for the win.
Yeah, for sure. So you do got a lot of things going on, and just some things that I do want to cover most of them. So if I leave anything out, let me know. First, let's talk about CEO, Elite Beauty Professionals.
So that is my salon. So I'll tell you a little bit about that. So when I moved to Winter Haven, I had moved to Winter Haven from Georgia. I thought I wanted to go somewhere else. We be running and carrying on. So I was running a little bit. And I was only gone for like maybe 2 years. And I came back to Winter Haven and I finished cosmetology school. That actually came out a very important pivotal point in my life. I had almost caught a felony, y'all. And when I caught the felony,
You out here scamming?
I was not scamming.
Oh, okay.
I make all my money legal, legitimately, but I will nuck if you. So it was a situation like that. I had got into an altercation because you weren't gonna try me.
The fact that you asked her when she out here scamming. Wait.
I was waiting for you to say something.
Because I was trying to get into her story, but I was like, did this nigga?
But no, and I moved to Georgia thinking that, it wouldn't follow me. It was adjudication withheld and all of that. But I ended up getting a job for inventory for Starbucks because I came out of Publix here. And when I went there, they didn't give me the job. They said, oh, we ran your background. I'm like, but it's adjudication withheld. And so that was the last time I filled out a job application, y'all. And that was like 2011.
Period.
Wow.
And I was struggling in Georgia with my kids. And my mom was like, quit getting on the road back and forth with those kids. I was home every weekend. So she said, stay with me. I'm like, I'm 30. Find time to offer me a place to stay. But I took her up on her offer and I went to hair school. And when I went to hair school, I came to Winter Haven and I opened my salon in Winter Haven. So a lot of people that know me from hair know me as the Glamour Room Extensions and Hair Loss Salon, Mocha Glam. I did all things hair loss. And so when the pandemic came, I didn't know if I was going to close or rebrand. And I was sitting in my salon one day, just sitting there like, God, what we going to do? I ain't making no money. The people say we non-essential. These doors ain't swinging and the rent still got to be paid. And he said, remember, he said, go back to the original plan. So I never closed and I rebranded to Elite Beauty Professionals. What he reminded me of is that I never opened the salon for me, but I opened the salon to give other girls that were like me, because I've been wanting to do, I have a picture when I was 3 holding a blow dryer, right? I'm going to post it for y'all. Was to cultivate an environment for young girls like myself who maybe didn't have the opportunity to open a salon but wanted to be in business for themselves. So with Elite Beauty Professionals, I ran into a lot of girls that were all about their brand. They didn't understand that Elite Beauty Professionals isn't my brand. I'm my brand. Or the Glamour Room is what they thought they would get caught up in my brand. So Elite Beauty Professionals came out of, if you're a beauty professional, I feel like you're elite. No matter what your brand is, you're elite. So I rebranded about 3 years ago. So I do currently own that salon in Winter Haven, Florida, next to Jazzy's Diner. I only work 2 days a week, so y'all don't be booking me, except Tuesdays and Thursdays. But
you do tape-ins? You do tape-ins?
So it's not on my menu, Marshina. See, that's what I'm saying. People start asking, ponytails you do. So I did niche down. I had about 40 services on my menu, and I niched down to about 6. But we can talk about the tape-ins off air.
Okay.
You got any thing that can help me?
Let me tell you something. I was doing everything. I was doing men hair replacement. I was doing everything. But not anymore. So that's the CEO part of the salon. I'm also a CEO part owner of Taylor to Learning Child Care Academy with my daughter. I'm the assistant director there. So, yeah.
So tell us more about that.
So listen, I love to talk about her. Like, that is my reminder that I did a great job as a mom.
Yeah.
My daughter, she had her first child at 19, and I was just like, you don't need no baby, you don't need no baby. And she'll tell you that she wanted to change the trajectory of being a young mom. And she said, not only did I become a young mom, but I also became a young millionaire. So
they want to know if you got product, too.
I do. Okay. Yeah, I got some hair oil and stuff, y'all. But
shout out to T-Baby. Look, I knew it was T-Baby that asked that.
Yes, I do have product. You can go on my website, www.tamekataylor.com, and you can see all things me.
Because she is her brand.
I am my brand.
Yes.
And that's a conversation. You hear me? But my daughter actually started at home. She started at her home daycare. She was making about $80,000 at home. Damn. And she
you gotta like kids to do that, huh? You gotta like kids to do.
You gotta love them. And I love the kids, but it takes a special person. And she loved her babies. But what I will tell you is that from the time she was young, she used to sit with an imaginary classroom, so she knew what she wanted to do.
Wow.
She used to sit
full circle of what we said earlier.
Full circle what we said. So she's been cultivating this since a little girl. And so she came out of the house and she opened her first center. Within a year, she was at capacity. So she opened her second center. And I'm like, well, how much money are you making over there? I was already investing because I'm going to see my baby do well.
Right,
and I decided that I wanted to be her backup. Now, the caveat to it is me being in the beauty profession, I did a lot of people who own daycares or whatever. And they would tell me, I would share with them, because like we're networking now, what advice would you give my daughter? And they said, if she ever does it, you become her director, because she young. She going to be making money. She going to have haters, and everybody don't need to be in her business. So I decided to step up and go to school and become staff credentialed. So I have my national certification in child care development, and I'm also her assistant director. So I have my national director's credentials.
Yeah, that's what's up right there, man. You got, like I just said, a woman of many titles.
Yes, we got like 66 kids. We want 100.
And it's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah, because I remember looking into daycare when my daughter was young, and I saw the prices they were charging. I was like, I'm in the wrong business, boy.
But people will tell you it doesn't make money. Like, I had a lady during the pandemic. She was like, tell your daughter don't get in it. It doesn't make money. And my daughter is real humble. And when she shared with me 2 years after making her first $80,000, and she told me at home, I said, you lying. I said, them people said ain't no money in this. She said, Mom, they not telling the truth. So I think that if you're in it and maybe you're a struggling business, but God really blessed my baby. Like, he really, really blessed my daughter. She's a young mom, so a lot of the parents are young. They relate to her. Aww. The children love her. The staff is amazing. We are a
not to cut you off, Tameka, I'm sorry, but Saint is calling and he wants to show you love. Hold on.
Hey, Saint.
Hold on, make sure he's on here. Let me. Hold on, I gotta get him connected here. My bad. Hold on. We gonna get you right.
Marcina, you cool, girl.
I'm trying to love you, girl.
Get you right. Say, hold on 1 second.
You know, while he getting them connected,
Yes.
you ever seen that one on TikTok where it's like how people view me and the girl sitting all stuck up, but then when the music be playing, that's me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's me.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
I'm a vibe.
Yeah.
I'm a whole vibe.
All right, mic check. You there, Saint?
Yeah. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, my brother. What's good?
Y'all high tech over
You
here.
know, out here in beautiful Lakeland, Texas Cattle Company, you know.
Bring me
the
some
Lakeland
bacon, shrimp, and a
tradition.
salad.
Man, listen, bro. I seen the prices on this motherfucker. I was like, dang, bang. Look at him.
I'm funny.
Boy, these motherfuckers right here, boy. I don't know, bro. Shit, boy. I'm like, boy, y'all done hiked up to probably like 13 times in the last 10 years. Boy, y'all worse in the post service.
After they set their own building on fire, then they went back up on it. They went up on their prices, but y'all ain't hear that from me.
Oh, yeah.
They had to recoup.
Listen.
Yeah. Nah, hell nah, bro. They know what they did. This shit expensive, boy. But yeah, we Gucci, bro. We live, you know. Voice is back normal.
Yeah.
So I'm blessed. How's everybody, man? I'm sorry I couldn't make it, but you know, this my dude's birthday.
Happy
you know,
happy birthday, Mom.
Birthday.
Yeah, bro. So
Yeah.
shout out to my dudes, you know.
Yes, sir.
She made that big number, so.
Yeah, shout out to my dudes. I know you wanted to call real quick and show Tameka some love, man. And
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I wish I could have.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing we realize when we get older, man, time ain't promised to nobody, bro.
Absolutely.
And every opportunity squandered is an opportunity missed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I ain't never been one of them people that live with regret. So I don't want to ever have to live with regret. So say I wish I would have. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, we definitely.
Oh, babies.
Oh,
You still there?
Hey, change out the Bluetooth.
Oh, my bad. Y'all, she done turned on the car. That y'all done locked
Oh, there we
damn
go.
car. All right, but I say, yeah, y'all get that second invite, everybody that comes through. So
Yes,
we
sir.
definitely gonna turn up, and we're gonna be live in the living color.
Yes,
Gonna get it in. Trying to tell you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you. We appreciate you coming in. You know what I'm saying? To the number one podcast in Polk County in Central Florida.
Right. And she is a vibe.
To you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Your future endeavors. We good blessings and all the good vibes your way, and
Thank you.
we definitely we see you motioning.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot.
Saint, tell
For sure,
Tameka
for sure.
how long I've been talking about this episode, how excited I was.
Yeah, bro. Listen, that's I was kind of blown. I'm like, damn, bro, we've been talking about this episode for a minute.
Yeah.
And then I see and I'm thinking about this shit, and I'm like, hold on, my siblings hit me up. They're like, hey, so, because see, last month I'm a bad son, right? February was my daddy's birthday, February 6th, and we also had a guest on the show. But the guest that we had on the show, that's my cousin.
Oh yeah.
And we have been trying to get this man on the show for over a year and a half, dog. And we finally locked him into an episode, and it's my daddy's birthday. And I called my daddy and I said, Pop, I love you, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, I'm going to have to miss your birthday, bro. He's like, what you mean? I said, man, I'm going to miss your birthday, Pop. He said, well, who coming on the show? I said, Jonathan. He's like, oh, nigga, you good. It's John.
Shout out
Then I'm
Simone
like,
McFarland.
all right, cool.
Hey,
Yeah,
Simone.
so you know what I mean. I had to, but Pops is a young man. Mom's is definitely in her
Upper
older
years.
So
yeah.
so I gotta appreciate my dudes while I got him, man.
Yes, for
Definitely.
sure. Well, thank you so much
Well,
for
it's gonna be
calling in.
dope.
I appreciate that. I do. I wish I could have met
Oh,
you
yeah.
in the flesh, but I'll be watching y'all though.
Oh no,
Thank for
we
having
listen
me.
all the support, even if it's 2 minutes, we appreciate it for real.
Yes, I
Yeah.
appreciate you
For
guys
real.
to this and that.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, Martina, I appreciate you, showing the thigh on my behalf. I'm gonna catch the replay. You know what I'm
Donald in the
saying?
building too.
Oh, hold on. Hey, hold on, brother. My dog been quiet.
Yeah, he been quiet, man.
Oh,
Donnie, you good over there?
I think you, dog.
Nah, man, I was saying you
Oh
get
boy, just me. Like, I'm just watching. Dr. Don in the building, bro.
Yes, yes.
Love you, bro. Love you, bro.
Likewise, brother.
Hey, definitely appreciate your wisdom, bro, and we watching the motion. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch my boy go from 125 pounds, 160 pounds of straight solid muscle. You know what I'm saying? Watching the journey.
Yeah.
You know, admiring. I'm like, damn, I wish I had that motivation. No, I'll be there one day. No, I'm on this watermelon journey now, like Lou. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's my cheat night.
That's
yeah,
what's
I
up.
appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all.
We love you too, bro. Appreciate you tapping in, bro.
Good night. Good night.
For sure. Good night.
All right,
Be
bet.
safe.
Yep. Yeah, shout out to Saint, man. That's what's up, man.
With that. I ain't never seen
got it
that.
hooked up.
Come on, man. You know, we try to make it do what it do.
I ain't never seen that.
Call in on the show.
Call in, put it in requests.
Y'all better than the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Really?
This is this, that, and the other radio. But like I said, let's go back to you. Like all the stuff you got going on, man. Let's talk about Boss's Brunch. Is that something that's still what you doing, or what we doing with that?
You know, so you looking at me outside way, she looking at me. But no, so definitely so. I was just talking to the team about redoing it again. It'll be my 4th year this year in October. What was so crazy, y'all, is last year we did October 5th, right? And the theme was the Legacy Edition. I birthed Girl Let's Do Lunch during the pandemic because it was so many people miss money because they business went together. So I basically started in my living room trying to, help people look at their business, make sure their paperwork was right. Because, baby, I was going to get the money. I got the coins. And I didn't want anybody else to miss out. And if I could help them, that's what I did. And then I wanted to cultivate a space where women can come and just tap into their physical, mental, and spiritual self because there's steps to this success thing. So first year was themed. It was about mind, body, soul. Second year, I did Next Level. We had Ashley Douglas from my church. She was there.
You go to Greater Works?
I go to Greater Works. Yes, I go to Greater Works. When I go to church, I go to Greater Works. That's my covering. My pastor. Shout out to
Pastor Hallman is my
Pastor
friend.
Pastor Deborah. That's my girl. Her and Bishop. And the 3rd year, I wanted to go a level higher.
I don't want to cut you out, but I got to tell you this. You go back to tell your church. Yeah. You look like you go to Greater Works.
I look like I go to Greater Works because they got to look now.
You look like you.
And I accept that so well because what I say about my church home is that everything flows the way the head flows. And I'll say that.
And that's all you got to say when you talk about that church.
Simone says she absolutely loves Boss's Brunch.
Thank you, Simone. Yeah, Simone was one of my speakers. She actually did the branding session of the event. And this year was about legacy. I wanted to talk about what we do with that money and where is the money. So we had Terrence Wilson. He did real estate. Terrence was there.
A gym.
Yes, he was there.
Shout out to Terrence.
It was amazing. So this year, October, I think we talked a little bit. Shalana,
what's the date?
So I haven't got the date yet because I will tell you guys this year went crazy. I'm 2 weeks out of a major surgery in my life. So when I found out about that, I just kind of stopped everything because I was a little confused. I'm like, okay, God, how you going to tell me to put my hands to all this and then now I got to lay down for surgery? Like, this is crazy. So now I'm back thinking about the things on the calendar because I wanted to take care of me first.
Can you not do it October the 5th?
It won't be October the 5th.
Okay,
it won't be October the 5th.
We worked that out, sis.
Look, it won't be October the 5th. And I normally pray about it, and I ask God to tell me what's going to be a good weekend, because whoever's going to come. Period. But I'm working on, I think we talked about empower her, and the reason why was because I know that what I've gone through the first part of the year, God is empowering me, and I want to create a room because we talk about business, we talk about all that, but I wanted to create a space where we actually empower each other. So I'm still working on that, but that's the gist of, I want people to leave with something, not just come to a brunch and eat and be cute. I want them to actually leave with something. So
you want them to be fed.
Definitely. They leave with a book, so you can't say that you came and you didn't get, because you can recap everything, and it's very impactful. It's very impactful,
Yeah. So when I reached out to you and sent you the proposed flyer, because I'm still trying to work on that. Don't say nothing.
I said nothing.
You made it. What's the word I'm looking for? Like you made it. Hey, you better put the connector on there.
Yeah.
And you was like, you get it right. So
Yes.
why is that? What is the connector? Why is that so important to you?
Well, you had the entrepreneur influencer on there. So the entrepreneur influencer was what I started off as because I felt like I will influence you to quit your job. So I influence people to come out of corporate and pursue their entrepreneur
Lord, is you
career.
trying to tell me to quit? What is that?
Listen, quit. I help people develop exit strategies to do that. So rebranding last year, I wanted to always do a rebranding shoot out of the country. So I linked up with, shout out to Khadijah, and we went to Mexico and I did a rebrand. And me and her had to drive from, I think, like Cancun to Tulum. And while we were driving, we were just having a moment with Holy Spirit. And she was like, I think you're more than the entrepreneur influencer. And she said, I believe that you are the connector. She said, you connect people to the resources and the things they need to get what they're trying to get. And we kind of ran with that. I prayed about it and we ran with that.
It happened organically.
So I'm a creature of habit. I like the entrepreneur influencer, but I think the connector did more because now as I sit in this room, I'm connected to you guys. So I'm able to plug people in.
I can't wait to blow your phone up this week.
Yeah. And I want to connect.
Look at me
guys.
being the connector.
And so that's another thing. Like, I've met so many people that use that title. And so I think that we all are connectors in our own right, and we have to be okay with that because that's not who I am. That's just one of my qualities. That's one of my skills. I'm able to connect people because we all have that ability.
Yeah.
But that's why I was so firm on that because that's my brand, Tameka Taylor, the connector. And I just want them to be clear.
I tend to be like, I feel like I'm the connector sometimes too, but
Yes.
it's got me in some weird situations. Like, does that ever, like, you ever connect two parties together and you're like, they know each other already, or they may or may not get along, or somewhere down the road is a history there? Or
So my very first podcast episode, The Beauty Connector, I had decided that I was going to patronize other stylists in my area. So I was sitting in, I sat in a two, and I'm sure they don't mind me saying, I sat in C. Robinson chair. I sat in my Queasy Hall chair. And I'm just talking all things beauty, right? I don't know until, and when I asked them to be on the podcast, I'm telling them what I want to do. I'm like, I'm trying to cultivate an environment of collaboration over competition. We all got the same issues. We all talking about the same thing. When it's slow for you, it's slow for me. You know, will y'all sit on the couch? They both said yes. I didn't know until we got to the podcast that clients had tried to put them against each other. And that was a groundbreaking moment for them because they knew that God had put me in a space to put them in a space to clear the air on that. And we didn't know that until the couch. And so I had them call me the next day. I was on the phone with each of them an hour apiece. And they was like, when we left the podcast, man, we was on the phone for so long. And what's so crazy is you didn't even know that people try to put us against each other.
Man.
So that was like a moment where
That's dope.
I'm like, oh my God, I hope they didn't think that because I didn't have any idea. I just was getting my hair done. I want to be cute.
So talk about the podcast.
So the podcast, so I'm going to tell y'all, my podcast was supposed to be Coffee.
The Dawn said, Tameka, you look good, my girl.
Hey, girl.
Definitely
How you doing? I met her like let me tell y'all something.
Shout out to the Dawn.
So the podcast came about, I wanted to do coffee and a blunt.
We talked about this when we first talked.
And the reason why I wanted to do coffee.
I love your transparency, by the way.
I wanted to do coffee and a blunt.
That's actually a dope ass title.
That's what I said when she first told me about it.
Woo! And what was
I almost had water all over your mic.
Listen, and it get deep because I go to Greater Works, right? So what happened was I used to get up every morning at 7. Well, 5 meditate. It's by 7 I'm having my coffee and a blunt.
Yeah.
And I'm on the phone with my sister and we're having deep conversations. I might be on the phone with my bestie. I'm having deep conversations. She'll call me now like, you got your coffee and a blunt. And so when I had Jacoy do the logo, and at that time, God downloaded into me the beauty industry. He was like, you need to be talking to them. So sitting in the chair, asking the girls to talk, I got a flyer made. And when he sent me the flyer with the Beauty Connect, it's like Holy Spirit spoke to me and was like, this is it. This is the podcast. And when I did the first panel, it's on YouTube. When I did the first episode, I didn't even expect it to be a podcast. But Tia spoke about it. And she's like, hey, this what you doing. This is like, that was the confirmation conversation, which led me to Opulent Daughters. Everything was so strategic. And so
God is strategic.
God is strategic. So he brought me back full circle. Like, this is your area of expertise. So Coffee and the Blunt didn't go out the door, but we birthed the Beauty Connector and the Beauty Connect.
If y'all listening, don't try to steal that idea.
Right.
Now.
Oh, it's already, it's copywritten.
Okay, copywritten.
Don't play with me.
Talk to us.
But, the Beauty Connect grew because I'm like, that's a little easier because the Coffee and the Blunt is kind of candid. So we still gonna do those conversations where we just talking.
Yeah.
But the Beauty Connect gave me something that was more personal to me, and it gave me a centralized topic, and it gave me a way to put on other people, because honestly, I'm not doing this for me. It's not about me. It's about how many people I can help, how many people I can expose, and how I can just show people I'm cool as hell. And I own a salon, but hey, it's enough for everybody.
Yes, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah. With me, you know, with us having the platforms and all that, it's enough for all of us. It's not, you know, the motto is collaboration over competition. All day over here for that.
Yes.
For sure. That's a motto that will never die with us.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
With everything that you have going on, right? Entrepreneurship, businesses, all of that. How do you feel like all of those things, or how do you manage like your personal life, or maybe your personal relationships with all of these things professionally going on?
So one good thing about it, when it comes to the daycare, I'm in business with my daughter. So I see my baby girl works there. So I get to see, being a part of that business allows me to still be able to spend time with my daughters. I get to go to lunch with them. I get to actually, one day I went and I freed my daughter up to go to the spa. I still get to be a mom. Trust me, I get my time. Me and my best friend here, we cultivate certain days. Like, I make sure that I keep a balance, because if I do too much entrepreneur stuff, I don't feel complete. So I have to go out. I have to have my spa time. I have to go shopping. I'll text and say, girl, I need a Gucci belt. It's going to make me feel good today. So it's just a matter of being in tune with myself, knowing when I'm doing too much of one thing and I need to offset it with some leisure time, because I'm about my bread now.
Do you feel like you've ever like gotten caught in a space where, you know, you just really were like hyper focused and maybe you did spend just too much time on one end or the other?
Oh yes, definitely.
How did you like kind of navigate that space?
I had to do what I had to do. And then once I realized that the scale was leaning more to one side, right, I began to scale back on the days that I worked. That's how I went from being a 6-day-a-week stylist to a 5-day-a-week stylist to a 4-day-a-week stylist to a 2-day-a-week stylist. Okay. Because I realized I needed that balance.
When you say you had to do what you had to do, what do you mean when you say that?
So when I initially became an entrepreneur, people ask me now, so the gag is I don't cook. So I tell people, when God sent my husband, he need to know how to cook, because that's I'm not compromising that. So I would be in the salon so much.
That's funny you said it, because when I looked at you, I was like, she looks like a good cook.
I'm a good cook, but I ain't cooking.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
I might make you a little something, but no. And so when I first got into it, of course, the grind didn't stop. So I had to be there. And it took a lot away from my children. My oldest daughter had to learn how to cook, and that girl can cook now. And
that's what I heard. Swann, make sure we knew that.
Yes, and I didn't realize how absent I was until they started calling my mama, saying telling my mom they were hungry. Right? And so we joke about it now. My mom said, they'll call me, girl, and I'll send them a pizza. And so my daughter was like, yeah, Ma, I go home and she done cook dinner. I'm like, well, how you knew? Oh, I was on Pinterest. And so I'm like, nah, I can't. I'm doing too much. She only 15. She cleaning the house. She being a mom. She doing all those things that I appreciated, but I didn't want to put that much on her. So that's when I first cut back and I started closing on Saturdays.
Right. Shout out to Kenya Stokes. She goes, hey, y'all, we got T the GOAT on here.
We love
the Kenya Stokes. Said
the poet.
We were just talking about you, the
Kenya. Yes.
We talked her up.
Yes, that girl is fire.
Yeah, she's, man, listen.
She is fire.
I love Nakia because I know, well, I don't know like in detail, but I know some of her story. Like I've known her when she was out there, and to where she's at now. I always tell her I love it.
My favorite quote is, I'm not just pretty for a big girl. I'm just pretty.
Hey. And she said it with so much attitude too.
You
like,
hear me?
Yeah. When she speak, like, the earth shake.
It's conviction. It's powerful. She's really writing from her soul.
I love Nakia. We love you, Nakia. You know, when you being in the beauty world, and there's a question I want to ask. This is just a me question.
Yeah.
Some of the trends, the hair trends, right? That's out there, right? It's kind of wild for me.
Okay.
Is there like one hair trend that you wish women would stop doing?
Oh my God. One hair trend I wish women would stop
What's
doing.
yours? Why she thinking on it?
Yeah, because
I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that question.
I want to know yours because I haven't thought about it.
I just don't like. Damn, man, I'm gonna sound like a real a-hole on this.
That's okay.
Like.
They ain't gonna touch you, Lou. I got your back. You already know.
And I got your back, my
I feel like with some black women, I feel like the blonde. It's not really always a good look for you.
Okay.
It do work for some, but there's a lot of them that don't work for, man. And I'm just be like,
yeah.
But I can't say nothing because then I'm the a-hole. You know what I'm saying?
So what I was
and it ain't my position to talk.
Blonde. So I agree. I totally agree. Would that be something I would say I wish they would stop as a trend? No.
Like, 'cause some women pull it off.
They pull it off
perfectly.
beautifully.
Yeah.
But it go back to the stylist that put it in their head.
Yeah.
Because they knew before they put it in.
Yeah. Like,
because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be like, so you sure you want to go with this color?
Yeah, that's funny because I tell like.
That's like your buffer, right?
That's my buffer. I'm like, so what made you choose this color? It's your birthday? I mean, blondes have more fun. I mean.
Why she always wait till I pick up the board?
There's certain, like, if you are a professional in your field, I feel like you should be able to tell your customers, hey.
Yeah.
Like, when I got my tattoos recently, I asked the dude, I'm like, dude, if I was a tattoo artist, like, I probably wouldn't do face tattoos.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, or I'll have a conversation with that person first.
Let's segue for just a second because since you brought that up, before she answers when you said, you know, if I was a hairstylist, I probably wouldn't do it. That right there, too, tells me and shows me that hairstylists have changed because I remember going to the salon with my mama. First of all, we used to be there all day. And when I say all day, I mean all day. I'm talking about we get there at 9 and we there till 5, like all day. But your hairstylist was your friend. You know, the person you confided in a lot into. And I'm not saying that all of these hairstylists have to be that now, but you don't have that. And that's why you have those hairstylists who will just put that in your head.
Well, Nakia said he don't like the lace front.
Who don't like the lace front?
Nakia said he don't like the lace front.
Yeah, you have guys that don't like it, but I don't care because I love me a good lace. You do what you want.
I remember back in the day, it was kind of like taboo to have weave. Like, I remember when, like, in high school, when chicks wear weave, it'd be like, other chicks would make fun of, oh, she got weave, and, you know, but then that's quickly.
Yeah,
okay, so what's your hairstyle you think they should do away with?
I don't have one. No. I just think that because I'm an honest stylist.
Okay.
I'm an honest stylist. Okay. My clients will tell you I'm honest. If I don't think that's going to work for you, if I don't think it's going to be becoming of you, they teach you that in hair school, right? Mm-hmm. They teach you how to help your client pick a style based on their facial shape. So it's your responsibility to make sure that your client is the best representation of you. So that if you're blonde, and I'm not going to say, girl, you're too dark or you're too light for this color, but I always require a consultation. So I know what my client wants before I go into it. So I don't really run into that problem. And they trust me and they say, well, whatever you think. Oh, now I'm gonna pick what I think.
Yeah.
So I don't run into that.
What about you got one, Marcina? Or you want to plead the fifth?
No, you know I don't care.
T Baby said my hairstylist be like, no ma'am, don't do that.
Thank you.
I can't really say a style itself, but when I tell y'all, I just don't like to see lime green hair on women.
Okay.
That's a good
just don't. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. I don't if it's a Halloween party or something, but I hate when I see lime. Like,
where you gonna wear that to?
You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you going with lime?
I've seen women wear lime green hair and they think it's professional, wear it to in a professional environment.
No way.
They wearing it to the funerals, and I'm just like,
what was the funeral? Okay,
no, but it's just, you know, so I can't say that I have a hairstyle but I am tired of seeing our black women with lime green hair. Like, I don't like it on us, but
I don't like it.
You know,
I would never.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Don, you got a favorite? Or you got one that they wish they stop out here?
What kind of hairstyle shall be wearing?
No. Like, I have to see it, first of all.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I have to see it.
Yeah.
Are guys like, I dated this one guy, y'all, he didn't like short hair because his mama had short hair. Is that a thing for y'all? Like, y'all don't like women that have hairstyles like y'all mama?
I don't like short hair, but I don't know about. I don't know this because I don't know. My mom has long hair, so I don't.
I'm the same way. It ain't nothing to do with my mom, but I prefer my wife to have longer hair. Like when she goes to her haircut,
longer than yours.
I'm like, yeah. It don't take much. And when she go to her haircut, I'm like, why you need a haircut? You know what I'm saying? Like your hair is good, man.
Oh, Don, I'm sorry if I messed you up with the. I'm sorry. It might look good on you.
Don said that's my next color I wanted to try.
Now I'll say
y'all don't like
explore. Do your thing. You know, do your thing. I just would. Yeah.
Get a second opinion, Don. I'll tell you that.
Well, maybe they should explore with you since you're gonna be honest with them. So
I'm gonna be honest. You know,
the table, you can be like,
get a filter, take a picture of some laundry, send it to people, get second, third, fourth opinion
before you spend your money.
Yeah.
But I don't want to kill nobody's confidence. If that's what you want to do, go for it.
Yeah, hell yeah. If you listen, Don, if you feel like you all here doing your damn thing and some laundry, you wear that.
Marshina says, don't worry about it.
Chat with China.
Right.
Who she thinks she is?
If you feel like you look good in lime green hair, damn it, wear it.
Wear it. Put it on. What they say? Put that ish on.
Put that ish on.
You know I'm notorious for that.
Yeah, you are. You are. You don't make me go out and buy suits and everything, man. Listen. Ever since I met her, I got like 2-3 suits now.
Let's go, Lou.
I had to, bro. I had to. Yeah. So now that we do have some ladies in the building, I do want to ask. So I heard something on the radio, right? And this is off topic of the whole entrepreneur. We're gonna gonna get into it, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys remember New Edition, right? Of course, right?
Yeah.
So Ricky from New Edition BBD, right? Mm-hmm. He's 57 years old. 57? And his wife is 41.
Okay.
Right? They've been married for 20 years. This past week, they just announced they're having their first child.
Okay.
Now, do you think, what's your opinion on him being so old and having a baby?
So, opinion, I think it's beautiful, honestly. I think that we've been taught that to have children older is not the right way, but that's actually the right way. Actually, as a woman, when we get into our 40s, that's when our body is ready to have a baby, per my PCP. So I'm not just Dr. Google ain't say this. So I think that to wait is a beautiful thing because now they've experienced life and they are preparing to bring that baby in. So I think the older you are, the more prepared you are. I don't think there's no age on when you should stop having children. If it's your goal to have a family, the Bible says be fruitful and multiply. So my opinion is I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. You got an opinion on that? I'll give my opinion and you go.
No, go ahead.
So here's my opinion on that.
I looked at you to see what you was going to say.
So I do agree with that also, but and maybe I'm being a little bit stingy or greedy with this, or so my thing is
podcast.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, if I have kids, I want to be able to play with them.
Okay.
I got a son, I want to play catch with him, and all that. If I have a baby at 50, she ain't even had the baby. They just announced she's pregnant.
Right.
He's gonna be 60 years old. Or 58. Almost 60 years old.
Right.
He's not going to see that child grow up.
You don't know that.
Right. That's what I was gonna say.
I mean, he probably God, Lord willing.
Right.
Let's just say that, Lord willing.
He might live to be 100.
So I think. Oh my bad.
No, but so yeah, Lord willing, yes, but. That's not always the case. We're talking about Ricky Bell here. He's BBD New Edition. He don't have a wild life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But God bless him. Yeah. If he lives to be that old, that's good. But in reality, that's not always promised, though. I guess no matter where you look at, it's not always promised. But my viewpoint of it is like, damn, I'm not going to be able to see that kid grow. Especially if I have a son, I'm not going to be able to play catch with him, show him the things, because I'm going to be an old ass dude. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, and maybe that's, like I said, being greedy, but.
I mean, that's just being honest with who you are,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Where you are in your life.
Yeah, because my son's 8 and I'm 46 years old,
Okay.
He long.
So, and I think about that, like, especially when, my dad, like, they said I lost weight, and I did that because I do want to play with my son and you know, catch and stuff
What
like
is
that.
it with you and playing catch?
That's a metaphor. That's a metaphor. Metaphor.
If you throw this
I want to
ball
see.
One more time.
If you throw this ball one more time.
I ain't gonna be out here catching any, but that's just a metaphor. I want to see him,
just
and
messing with
I want to see my daughter, get married and all
Absolutely.
that. But I ain't no spring chicken. So to have a baby at 57 years old, and
It's
your
late
first
in
baby,
life,
you know what I'm saying? It's like you might, Lord willing, you might not be able to get that, see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
So I feel both. I see both sides. I'm gonna give a quick, response to both sides. I don't know if everyone is familiar with Altricia Wilcox Treaty.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So Treaty and her husband were married, and I think she. I'm not telling her business because this is something she's put out there.
Mm-hmm.
But they have been trying to get pregnant for a while, and when they weren't trying is when it happened, and she got pregnant with her daughter. Like it was an unexpected, pregnancy. And I just feel, I said that to say, I feel like it's God's timing when and what He wants. Now, I think Janet Jackson was like 50 when she had her baby.
Yes.
The Brat is older and just had her baby. That's why I say it's all about God's timing.
Mm-hmm.
With me, for me personally, and I've said this many of times, I feel like I had my daughter at the perfect age. I was 22. I've been able to grow up with her and still see her grow up. But also, too, you may never know that child. Like, you think about it, like when my child, when, you want to go to your kid's 50th birthday party, but the daddy gonna be 100 at that, you know what I'm saying? At that age. But what God has in store for you is in store. But also too, let me say this, how she said earlier, when we feel like we need to have kids young, so many people think, I need to have my kids by the time I'm 30 so I can watch. You don't even realize how much excitement and joy you get within the 5 years.
That's true. That's
So
true.
just
That's
stop
true.
counting the hours and the moment and the age and the time, and just learn to live in the moments that you do have. Because,
Church.
let's just say, the baby is 30 years old and the dad is 80 or however, the time that they've had together, he's not going to miss out on what he doesn't know is to come. He's going to remember
Good
what
point.
he
That's a
had
point. Yes,
at
Lord.
that time.
That's
So
right.
stop counting to say, when he's 50 and the dad is 100, he might not be able to walk the baby down the aisle or whatever the case may be. Like, live in those moments. And that kind of, we as society now get so caught up in wanting to say, well, I want to see this when I
By
get
this
older.
age,
By
that's
this
where I was.
age.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
And it's one of those things.
What time we on?
God's timing, not ours. Because what they say, tell God your plans and He gonna laugh.
He gonna laugh at
He's
you.
gonna laugh.
Yeah.
So, and it's not to downplay what you say, because I wholeheartedly get it. Like, I want you to play catch.
Please play catch.
I want you to play catch. But I want you to also embrace the moments and the times that you have now, and don't worry about, when he's 35, I'll be 75. Whatever.
Yeah.
Embrace those
Great
times
point.
that you have with him now.
point.
So,
Great
And I heard something today, real quick, and it said that
not real quick. We on your time.
listen, if we're thinking about the future is unrealistic, because even when we get there, it's now.
Ooh.
That's a bar. Say that again.
Yeah, so when we think about the
Yes.
future is unrealistic, because even when we get there, it's now. It becomes now. And so living in the moment is what we have to do, because like you said, I thought I have $1 million in my bank account by 40. Well, I'm 44. And I ain't seen the extra comma yet, But have I made $1 million by now? I have. So I think that if we take the restraints off God and let God be God, we don't know what He'll do. Because I'm 44. I don't feel a day over 21. So it's about how you feel in your body. The age are just years that God have blessed you with on this earth. Because you can be
what song is it? It's Marvin Sapp, and I didn't mean to cut you off,
you
but he
good.
says to him 40 years is but 1 hour.
But 1 hour. So I think that's how, and it's
Marvin
so crazy.
Sapp.
You're talking about the childbirth, but we have to look at that in the perspective of life. And it keeps us, it can keep us sad, because we have set our tone for what society says we should be doing by this time. This is when God says He's having a baby. So God got the plan.
Yeah.
So the chat, T Baby said, plus you have more patience, more life experience to pour onto your kids.
I don't gotta wait. Let me say something right quick. Let me just say something right quick. I don't know about that, and let me tell you why. Because I'm not saying.
Dawn said, and you look good, my girl.
And you do.
Thank you, Dawn.
Listen, y'all. Biscuit is so self-sufficient right now, and I think about the way that kids learn. That everything is so different from when I was growing up, from when she. You say you got patience. I don't know if I would have the patience to try to sit there and do homework. And I'm not saying
I'm not doing no homework.
Me neither. Yes, Mom.
My mama is my mama. Shout out to my mama because she is the GOAT.
Listen,
the GOAT.
Shout out to Mom.
And she want another grandbaby so bad because she only has Biscuit.
Who gonna have it?
But listen, I'm trying to figure out because she's talking about she gonna take care of the baby.
She set up like
Carol got one time to not be home when I drop this baby off. And I'm going to send her a picture from the fire department because that's where it's going to be.
You hear me?
Baby, because who is doing homework? Like, I don't know. If God bless me with another baby, first of all, he got to send me a man that want another baby. And that man going to have to want to sit home and do homework. Because that's just not me.
It's not.
Like
how I'm not
when
cooking.
When she say you're going to have the patience, I honestly don't see that. I just don't. So I got to disagree with her on that one.
I disagree too because I got grandkids. And so I have to plan my time with them because they will drive me crazy. My daughter called me this morning. She said, "Mom, I'll call you. Are you up?" I'm like, "No, I'm asleep, but I'm up now." She said, "I just called to tell you how your granddaughter just aggravated me." She said, "Why is she in the room putting on press-on nails and then she get up in her shoes on the wrong foot?" And she go to Brigham.
Y'all ain't gonna give her too much now. You ain't gonna
she go to Brigham. So she's like, "It's okay, Mommy. I can just put them on the right foot when I go to class." I say, "Yeah, that would have worried me." So I will say, I can't say you have more patience. I will say that it's not necessarily you get more patience with age. I really have to plan my patience because,
I feel that.
I'm gonna take a sip of wine
today. I'm sorry, is it Ariel Adams?
Yes. Hey, Ariel.
She said my friend passed at 30 years old, 30 something from lupus, and couldn't see her oldest graduate. And have 2 younger kids, so you never. That's pretty much.
That's crazy. One of the memories just popped up of one of my good friends, Sade. We went to high school together, and I was thinking about it. Like she has kids that are in high school now, and I'm thinking, damn, I think she died maybe over 10 years ago.
Wow.
And it's like when it's someone that close and you realize that they have kids the same age as you and what they've missed out on. So that's why I say you have to embrace the moments that you are blessed with because it's some people that don't have that opportunity. It was a influencer just passed away giving childbirth, like during, from complications from childbirth. So it's like, that quick moment is gone just that fast. So you have to embrace the moments that you are blessed with.
You're absolutely now.
Donald, you got some insight on that, Donald?
I would just piggyback and say really it's about timing. Usually when people have children young, they're usually broke and immature. Mm-hmm. So when you get a little bit
don't put
older,
my business out there like that.
Please don't. I'm like,
I feel offended.
Broke and immature.
Well, that's a fact.
Speaking objectively.
Yeah.
You should have said that in the beginning because
objectively. So a lot of times we're usually broken and mature, and so the older we get, a lot of times we're a little bit more established.
I wasn't immature. I was just fast.
So we're a little bit more established, and even the Bible talks a little bit about like something to the effect of like a good parent leaves an inheritance for their children. So a lot of times it's very difficult to establish yourself and raise children at the same time.
What verse that was?
So it's somewhere in Proverbs.
Let me look that up. I need to call my mama.
I believe it's here. I believe it's somewhere in Proverbs.
Let me call my mama and ask her, does she know that?
But so I think sometimes it just could have been in their situation. It just could have been that maybe they weren't established yet. And now they finally felt like they were in a place where they were established and they were in a good space to have children. Mm-hmm. And so that's what happened.
Yeah.
Because even though he was in the music industry and all that kind of stuff, like sometimes the perception of like being in those types of industries is a little bit different than the reality. So we might be looking at it as, oh my God, he's, woo, 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 da, 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 da. He got all of this money, he got all this sex, he got all this fame, blah, 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 blah. But we don't really know what those contracts look like. We don't really know, you know what I mean? And so sometimes it takes a little while to even recuperate that money. So even though he might have been on TV and everything like that, he might actually now really be seeing the money from all the stuff that he put out, because it takes X amount of years to get money from your masters and all that kind of stuff. So he just could be in a better space. Him and his wife could just be in a better space.
Yeah. And it's, like I said, it's about God's timing, because who knows why it took so long for them to have the baby.
Right.
You know
Right.
Do I can't. I got my boy, and I went immediately got snip.
And that's something that you don't hear a lot. Yeah. It's always the woman that has to go and fix it, and so that's commendable. That you didn't want to. That's real. That's real.
So speaking of,
my bad. Hold on, Lou.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 13:22.
Okay, my boy got the Bible on standby.
Don't
The
rush in
richest,
text
the
it to
richest
my
man
mama
in
right now.
Babylon speaks about that too.
Yeah.
What was it? Proverbs what?
13:22.
13:22. I'm sending it to my mama, and I'm gonna send y'all the response tomorrow and tell y'all what she said. I need her to read that.
So speaking of the music business,
That's a good book, by the way, too.
Yeah,
It's
I've read it a
really
few
good
times.
book,
we're gonna segue into a whole nother category. So speaking of the music business and being a celebrity, there's a certain video that went viral, and I want y'all's intake on that. We're gonna put it on the screen, and then we're gonna talk about it.
I hope Lou got some kind of like,
This why he got herpes now. If we finish.
So, so this is the video. I don't know if you can see it, Tameka. I don't know if you saw this video of Usher.
don't get no copyright.
So you know with Usher, he does concerts and he serenades women, right?
Yeah.
So this. So he serenaded this lady. She's lost in his eyes. He brings out a bowl of cherries, and she eats the cherries from his hand.
I ain't seen this video.
But it's the way she eats the cherries. So look, kind of close, right? Kind of close.
Real close. But that's Usher though.
So this whole video is to go to the on the side it says a 45-year-old man has filed for divorce from his wife after she allowed Usher to seduce her on stage. And watch the way she eats these cherries. We're gonna hand it the mic. Look at this, she lost in his eyes. It's just her and him right now. They are not in the stadium right now. It's just her and him. Look.
What seat that was?
Yeah. Look at the way she eating that cherry, Marcine. Look at that. Ooh, look at her. Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the video, right? Kind of went viral. The guy is like, this is internet, so it just may or may. Oh yeah. Oh, you can't do my boy Orlando on the Freak Show like that. Shout out to Orlando on the Freak Show. So apparently, like I said, a 45-year-old man filed for divorce. I don't know if there's an update on this, whether this story is true, but let's run with it anyway. So me and my boys talked about this, right? And I'll speak on, for my personal opinion on this. If my wife went to an Usher concert, right, and she did that, I wouldn't have any problems with it.
Okay.
Because one, now, and I'll get back to why I would have a problem with it if it did escalate. But I have no problem because it's fun. You know what I mean? She had fun. That lady you couldn't tell that lady nothing.
Yeah.
And my wife, even though my wife would never do anything like that, but I wouldn't get mad if she did because it's fun, And she had a good time. She didn't kiss him. She didn't go back to the hotel with him. Didn't have sex with him. None of that. She had a good time. Guess what? Guess where she's coming after that? She gonna get all riled up from Usher, and she's gonna come home to daddy.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm not
it's
gonna
all
give my
fun.
response, but I'm gonna just say something about you. No, but no, this serious. You're secure in what you have.
That's where I'm getting.
Okay, that's all I want to say.
I'm secure in what I have, and I know that hey, I'm glad you had a good time. You didn't let it go too crazy. Now,
that sex would have been real good when they came home. I just
it would have been.
If he wouldn't have been in his feelings.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
exactly. That's what I'm getting at. Like,
gotta learn how to make it work for you.
Yeah.
You hear me?
So now, if she would have kissed him, I wouldn't have been mad at the kiss, but I would have been mad that, bro, this is Usher.
Yeah.
You have herpes, my guy. You know what I mean? Like, or is it a fact, or can I say allegedly? I don't know.
No, I think it came out.
But I think it's a fact, right? Yeah. So, like, there's the problem for me right there. Like,
right.
you got.
So if he didn't have herpes, it would have been okay?
It would have been a conversation. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
But,
T.O.
call me what you want. Usher getting swung on.
And Tavio, don't act like that.
The Don,
that's that Pisces shit.
Yeah.
He said, the Don said.
But at least he said he was swinging on Usher, not his wife.
Yeah. Good. He wanted a divorce because she went to see a celebrity who's known for feeding women in the crowd cherries. it's just fun. If you both know your spot in significant others, life and security shouldn't be a problem. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I agree. An insecure man that women just cannot. That insecurity, it just it'll never work.
Usher don't want that lady.
He don't.
No.
He's in, or did him and the white girl lady just got married, or they're about to get married?
That's for show purposes. Yeah. Donna, we might need you on that one, Donna. We need.
What the doctor?
Don, you got some intake on that one? Or if you don't, I want to ask. Let's say the situation. Okay, go ahead.
So, I'm gonna have a slightly different perspective, only because of the nature of what it is that I do for a living. That would be very problematic. Because chances are, even if they go home and the sex is good, it's probably not good because of him. It's probably good because she's still wet because of Usher.
You gotta tell you how you get it.
That's what I was saying, bro. That's what I was saying. I'll take it, bro. I'll take it.
I mean, I'm with you, but you know that might be a little problematic.
Y'all ain't gonna sit here and act like y'all ain't never thought about nobody else when you were sleeping with your
That's
woman.
a good point.
But you better not say nothing.
No.
You better be quiet.
So within the
we all get kicked out.
with the conversation with my boys about this, one of the dudes brought up. He goes, "I know guys that watch porn to get excited or whatever to get the mood going too."
But that can still be problematic.
Yeah.
Porn is problematic.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Shout out to Unique Vassar.
Yeah, that kind of stuff can be problematic in relationships. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can be. You're right.
Yeah, absolutely,
You're right.
100%. Because, and then also too, one of the things I would be asking is, okay, are you doing that with your husband? All them cherry shits and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, well, if he didn't need to step it up and be a little spice, so buy some cherry.
Or she may not even like him like that. Like one of the things I found.
Wait, like who like that? Her husband?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, Donna. Hold on, because I missed a major part of this video. I'm sorry, I forgot this. So the guy said, "I'm getting divorced because over the 20-something years we've been married, you never showed me affection in public."
Cause she don't like him like that.
That's what the doctor said.
Yeah. My bad. I missed that whole. That's probably like the main topic I should have brought up from the beginning.
So
I should
have started with that.
I've worked with clients who I've worked with clients, both male and female, who will have like a family session. Their husband or their wife will come, and they'll be like all lovey-dovey and kissing and hugging all over their husband and their wife. And then right after their husband and wife leave, they'll go mess around with one of my other clients at the treatment center. And
see why you gotta have your daughter listen
and there's no protection in the treatment center.
But they brought their own protection now, Donna.
No, they didn't.
You don't know that.
They might.
I'm trying to defend the people now.
They may have made their own protection while they was there. But, you know, so I mean, for me, like, those would be like questions.
Unique Vassar brought up a good point.
Women excuse that Usher or celebrity is not obtainable in real life. My thing is, what if that opportunity actually
Exactly.
Also, let's flip it this way for y'all ladies. Let's say your man go to a Glorilla concert, or Megan Thee Stallion, or remember Janet Jackson used to do the lap dances or whatever.
I hope she bend over in front of him and he smack it and come on home and.
You good with that? Tameka, what about you? You good with that?
I mean, so I'm a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, initially, I'm going to be like, hold up, no, for real. But I'm also going to be realistic. I'm going to be like, okay, you're fun. You know, you have fun. It's good. Now bring that ass here, boy. But initially, I'm going to feel away.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a woman. So I'm a woman first. So my initial emotion, I'm going to feel away. But because I'm mature and I'm in tune and I'm confident, I got them.
So
plus women act very different with different men. So you know,
right
like
about that?
Ariel said they should have been divorced before the concert.
Right. If that was a problem.
So if she's not doing that for her husband, but she's doing that with Usher, what that means is she likes Usher. She don't really like her husband like that.
And not
in a sexual, because women have two natures, right? So they have a sexual nature, and then they have like a more like let's just say a public nature, per se, right? So the husband could be like the public face, but who really gets her wet is an Usher.
So, and I wanted to point out to your question when you was like, let's flip it. So when you said, okay, if they go see Gorilla or Meg Thee Stallion, okay, that's cool. I'm like I say, and you're right. We are gonna feel away at first, but like I say, I hope he smack it and then he come home.
Have a good time, baby.
But what I'm not gonna allow is you can't go to the strip club and get that attention. She too close and she too local and she's too available. Like, no, we could go to the strip club together. Like, I will do that. But when it comes to the celebrities and stuff, like you said, you had fun.
Yeah,
You had
Make
fun. And
believe.
it was, yeah. No, it happened.
Y'all say you might, hey.
Nah, it happened. But you know, I feel like that's where you draw the line. Now, you want to go to the strip club and get a lap dance? Now that, nah, you have.
Let's shout together.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if we're together, if we're together. But I'm saying you go out with your homeboys and you want to come back and tell me she gave you a lap. You gonna have to find somebody else to play with. Okay. It ain't gonna never be me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's just a sign of disrespect, and I think any woman who truly has like respect for a man, because here's another thing too, you got to keep in mind, right? So this is a social media era, right? So she knew that this kind of stuff was go viral.
She
so
give a fuck.
So she exactly.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
She probably was waiting on this moment.
Right. Because I think she done did an interview and everything. So like, this is her moment. She didn't give it. You know what I mean?
And
so
you know,
I think you always got to keep that in mind.
The women, and it might be the men. I've seen just other friendships and relationships to where the men don't want to leave because they don't want to seem like they're the bad guy. Right. But also too, it's the women. Sometimes they get stuck and it's like, dang, I don't want to be the bad person in this, so I just stay. You know.
It seems like
what also could be happening too is that might have just been what we could be seeing is just like that could be what's going on TV.
Yeah.
Right? She might have a usher in her real life, and it might not be him.
Well,
especially if he's talking about, especially if he's saying you've never done that for me and we've been together for 20 years.
And she done did it for somebody.
Yeah.
He looked at that video.
Did you see the way her tongue was moving?
He looked at that video. Was like, you ain't never did that to my cherries.
Lou, I need you to stay with me, Lou.
That's
Stay with me.
That's the problem. That's the problem right there, because he got cherries and not cojones.
Okay,
but look. Apparently, she's doing something with cherries too. So
yeah, she tied a little knot in the stem and everything.
She been practicing.
And he talking about she been practicing.
Bro, I'm gonna be real with you, my guy. You see this? If she hasn't made out with you in public over 20 years, she don't like you, bro.
Don't like you.
She is putting up with you, my guy.
Yeah.
You should have been divorced. Like Ariel said, you should have been divorced before the concert.
Right. Maybe you just the bag.
Yeah.
The security,
you might
that's
just be
real.
the bag.
That's, man, look, I'm glad y'all were here because I really wanted to talk to y'all about that, man, because, you know, it's wild out here, man. It's wild.
It is.
Where she learned to do that at? Yeah, exactly. So, Tameka, you know, you said you watch the show. We do have a segment. This is how we usually close it. It's a game. You ain't been a part of this yet, but
why you gonna call me out like that?
It's a game.
Next time I come fill in for you.
It's a game called One Gotta Go.
Okay.
So we're gonna put some pictures up here, and I think most of them are one gotta go. You just tell me who gotta go or what gotta go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You want to start? You get the hair first. The hair shit first. All right. Whatever. Just do you. We'll just go with it. If y'all on the chat, make sure y'all share that. We're about to play One Gotta Go. So right here, these are different hairstyles. Out of all these hairstyles, which one gotta go? This is throwback. This is throwbacks over here, though. I don't even think they even do these anymore.
Oh.
Yo, remember number one? Number one was my high school years right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, listen. Number 7 gotta go.
Number 7?
Number 7 gotta go.
Number 9, kind of cold. I ain't gonna lie. She got a little smile.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Y'all ain't even looking at the hair.
Number 7 look like a backup dancer for TLC.
They not looking at the hair.
Nah, look, she got the little smile, little light.
Look at the cheetah. Cheetah print. All right, cheetah. Yeah. Number 8 or number 5 look like she got eczema.
Wait a minute.
You finna get in trouble.
I'm sorry. I went too far, chat. I went too far. Which one gotta go? You said which one?
Number 1, them eyes is crazy.
Yeah. She looking through my soul.
Yeah.
She was in somebody's hair salon back in the day.
Yeah.
All these chicks look like they was in Players Club.
Right.
Hey, yo, can you just imagine, like, if you roll over, like, and the house be dark or some shit like that, and she looking at shit?
Yeah. You flash a flashlight.
Like, listen. Yeah, she thinks she looking seductive too. Right.
A deer headlight.
You couldn't tell her nothing in that headshot.
Wow. That is crazy work.
So number 7, you said gotta go. I agree with that.
Number 7.
What do you think, Marcina?
I said number 6 though.
Number 6.
Yeah, actually, because I had number 7 without the bangs.
I don't hate number.
I think we keep number 7 though.
They're gonna keep number 7.
Yeah, because we need like I like that. I like the spectrum of color. You know what I'm saying? We got number 9 for the light skin. We got number 7 for the dark skin. Like I like that. I like that.
See, I was just looking at the
Told
hair.
you, I told you they wasn't even looking at the hair.
I'm just looking at the hair. You know, that's the hairstylist in me. I'm just looking at the hair.
Best friend, which one do you say? Which one gotta go? Yeah, 7.
But 6, 7, and 9.
Yeah. See, Tameka, you gotta have both. BOFF.
Yeah.
Both
6 and
of
7 do look alike. So does 9, but 9 got a little twist. But yeah.
Now she look a little natural. She like that's her hair.
Yeah.
That's what she did.
Oh, now we're gonna do some R&B groups. That's Jodeci, Drew Hill, Boyz II Men, a New Edition. Which one gotta go? Oh, and all their music gotta go.
Drew Hill.
What?
Whoa. Drew Hill gotta go.
You make sure you walk up to her car. No,
You know what? Oh, that's. You know what?
It was the blonde hair. Like Cisco did it for me with the blonde hair. It was just like.
I always thought he was just hiding the fact that he was in the
Yeah,
party.
that's what I think too. The music was dope, but I mean, out of them, for me, I was a New Edition girl. Like I grew up on Mr. Telephone Man.
And that's who I was going
There's
to get rid of.
something wrong with my line.
Yeah, that's who
when I
was
dial
gonna
my baby's number, I get a click every time.
You can't tell me nothing about them.
Okay.
Oh man, But yeah, I mean, who you say, Marcina?
I was getting rid of New Edition because baby, you can't tell me nothing about Boyz II Men. You can't tell me nothing about Joe. Every moment. Listen, and Drew Hill is just. I just was
What
listening.
song you like from Drew Hill?
Listen, Drew won't order the whole album. Just
Listen,
lit.
I'm gonna tell you.
Y'all gotta play something for me. Play something.
The Drew Hill had.
I remember.
I got this feeling.
Oh yeah, now that's the Drew
and
Hill.
I just can't turn it loose. And then 5 Steps was hard too.
We were
Like they music, it was the blonde hair for me. Like why?
Yeah, it was a little
Why?
wild.
The music was dope. Like the
Yeah.
music was dope. But
I literally just listened to their whole on shuffle the other day. I love me some Drew.
So,
Yes.
so New Edition got to go for you.
Yeah, New Edition got.
Don, what you think, bro?
I'm not really into this picture as much as the first one. So y'all could just pick one and whatever. Even though Drew Hill do gotta stay though. Drew Hill and Boyz II Men gotta stay. So New Edition and Jodeci.
This is a difficult for me because I like them all, but I gotta go with Drew Hill, I guess.
This guy's insane.
That's crazy.
Man, that's hard to say.
it's a hard decision because they all are dope. They all made dope music.
Yeah.
It was the blonde hair for me, Drew
Because
Hill.
New Edition, man, I can't get rid of them. And Boyz II Men got one of my
Can't get
favorite
rid of
songs
What's
ever.
your favorite song by them?
Mama.
Mama.
Okay.
That's me for the
And then
win.
Jodeci, come on, we can't get rid of
And
that.
I think in terms of like just harmony and stuff like that, Boyz II Men is probably the best. Probably singing.
Yeah.
of all
That
of
should have been.
I'm mad they don't
probably-
make music now.
They're probably the best. They
Naturally
might be the
gifted.
best, like naturally singing group, maybe
yeah,
ever.
they are.
Side
When
note,
they came and sung Silent Night on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I wanted to have a baby and have them come.
And for them to sing it.
side note, my nephew Devontae is named after Devontae from Jodeci.
I'm trying to say, what was your mama doing?
Well, we know who she's not getting rid of.
Listen.
All right, let's see what the chat say, and then we'll go back to this. Shout out to the chat. Share the live. Drew Hill. Let's not wait till the water runs dry. Yeah, that's a good one.
Right.
Ariel said, Boyz II
Beauty is her
Men.
name is crazy too.
Yes. See, listen. Yeah.
These are the times, where they did the whole.
G Baby says Cisco's the gayest gangster in history.
Baby, because when he came out in that thong video.
Hey, listen, that's his personal life.
Yeah. We're not judging over here on a This, That, and the Other podcast.
Right, ain't got nothing to do with that. That's why I eliminated them.
Do you?
Dawn said number 3 was my aunt hairstyle for prom. I know that's right.
Listen.
All right, next one.
Oh, we back.
Oh, here's another hairstyle. Oh, Don, we back.
Yeah, straight hair is crazy. She got a big lip.
Listen, if I could live in a world without any of these hairstyles, kill me. I like all of them.
I love them all.
I love the curly hair, especially if it's natural.
I can't get rid of none of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
And I don't even care for the color, but I like it on her.
Don.
I like their hair done though. I'm talking about their hair.
He ain't even got to the hair yet. He's
He
still
ain't
on the
got
face.
to the hair.
Look, Tameka, okay.
He's still on the face.
Yeah, all of them look good. Man, keep them all. I don't want to live in the world without any of those hairstyles.
I'm trying to tell you.
If I had to pick, though, the blue's a little bit wild, but I love it.
It look good on her, though.
Yeah, it look good. Like we was talking about the lime green. Like
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
pick your battle.
See, Dawn? You still on there.
Girl, put your green on.
Yeah,
girl.
put your green
Girl,
on,
forget
Dawn.
what Marshina said.
I saw somebody chatting on the chat say something.
Marshina don't even know what she's talking about anyway when it comes to hair. You see, she got on break. Got
Yeah,
some braids.
and don't listen to me about hair. That's just
Definitely don't listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
I lost mine 19 years old.
Oh my God.
I shaved it off when I graduated.
The blue gotta
Your
go.
niece said the blue gotta go.
The
The
wig
green
gotta
wig
go.
is my guess, but
yes,
they
down on bending knee. Listen, see.
down on bending knee.
Yes.
Yeah, bro sings too hard in Boys to Men. He makes my jaw hurt watching him. The green wig is my favorite. What she said is a guess. Is my guess, but they all fire.
Okay.
Love them all. Curly hair is high maintenance, so I can do without. I know that's right. I'm not curly hair is high maintenance. Next. Look at that curly hair, Don.
Nah, I fuck with curly hair.
Yeah, that curly hair was
dawg.
pretty.
Look at that straight hair, boy. Look at that son just hit her right there. What's going on?
He
Swann?
got Swann
Swann
gotta
gonna
go.
make his way in no matter what.
Swann gotta go.
Unique. How about them Gators? Bleh. Even though they won, I'm throwing up in my mouth. Pause.
That's crazy.
All right, which one gotta go? Comedians: Jamie Foxx, Cat Williams, Chris Tucker, or Mike Epps. Who gotta go?
I say Jamie. I look at him more of as a musician.
Man, listen, this
than
is
a
easy for
comedian.
me. This is easy for me.
Who gotta go?
Chris Tucker gotta go, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Chris Tucker might have to go.
Why?
He's-
Because
We're talking about
Chris
stand-up
Tucker gotta go.
comedy.
He's funny in movies.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Stand up is trash.
I've never seen him in stand up. Okay.
Back in the day when he did Def Jam, he was funny, but
Yeah,
I saw his newest shit. I turned that shit off.
Jamie Foxx is funny.
Well,
as
you know,
hell in
he
stand-up.
lives for the Lord now, so
Yeah,
he's a little different.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, he was only funny to me in Rush Hour, so
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like,
I'll
yeah.
never go see him at
You didn't
the-
like him in
I
Friday?
like him in Friday.
Friday. Yeah, I forgot about Friday. Yeah.
He's great. He's
And
like
his
he's great
movies.
comedian
Yeah.
actor, but
Cat Williams is just funny.
I
But I didn't hear a lot about Cat Williams when he just did the show this last time. Y'all heard a lot about it?
My mom
Yeah.
went and she said a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. A
because
fight
he
broke
just
out.
did the Shannon Sharp, like he did the Shannon Sharp right before.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff that he talks about on Shannon Sharp wasn't even in his when he went, so it was kind of like people went thinking he was gonna talk more about that, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
the one in Tampa, when he came in Tampa, they got the fight in there. Saint went.
Oh, really?
There was a big fight, a
Yeah,
big
maybe
brawl.
that's
He,
why we didn't
he
hear
left.
about it a
Yeah,
lot.
he left.
Okay.
Yeah, but Mike Epps is naturally funny though.
Yeah.
He just one of them dudes you know from the block that
Yes.
he just make you laugh for no reason.
They got a big comedy show coming out. I'm going out.
Yeah, they coming to Emily. Yeah, that's a good lineup.
Yeah, real good.
All right, one gotta go. Eminem, Kanye, Wayne, or Jay-Z.
What?
Oh, wait.
One gotta go.
You spoke.
Yeah, Jay-Z gotta go. Yeah.
Okay, listen. Let's just stop right
I'm
there.
getting rid of Kanye.
Have you seen the buffoonery that Kanye has been doing lately? No, he's gotta go.
Yeah, we talking about that.
Yeah.
He gotta go.
What
You
album?
gonna pick
was it
Kanye
the
over
college-
Jay?
The College Dropout was like the last good thing that he did.
No, he had the first 3 albums were great, but after that, it's just-
Kanye?
In this category.
Kanye? No, for me, I'm asking a question about him.
My God.
we got the OBTO.
Kanye, I love that he walked in perfect timing because I just told y'all that's who gotta go.
Oh, you saw him? Yeah. This is my bestie. This and Tavio. You remember meeting him at the show? Yeah.
We say we got you a seat and everything,
You
bro.
done gained some weight, baby.
Man, them 75 days are going hard.
Right. The hard challenge look good.
The hard
on
challenge
him. Yeah.
Make a seat for you.
Yeah, pull up a spot, man.
Yeah, but Kanye gotta go.
I
So Kanye for you.
Yeah, Kanye. For
yeah, I can live without Kanye ever existing.
Now, I'm
But
not gonna lie, college dropout, late registration, graduation, all classes.
Okay,
Classics.
those, I tied them
Classics.
together,
But
Eminem got to go in this category.
You know
Eminem?
Nah.
Come on, dog.
You
Windows
can't
sitting
get
on
rid-
my
only
ride
get
when I drive
one
in it.
mic. Will never.
Right.
But musically, I think it might have the weakest catalog musically.
He might have a point there. Because,
Marshall Mathers LP.
Because look,
but
Eminem show.
Right, but look, Kanye's first
Slim
3
Shady
albums-
LB.
yeah, that's 3.
Come on now.
That's
If we talking about 3 versus 3.
Okay, but I'm saying though, you got Kanye, and you even got like the what's that one shit? I didn't even like it. The 808 and Heartbreak.
Okay, let's go beyond music. Eminem made more niggas millionaires than a Lotto.
Maybe not better than Kanye. Kanye's a producer.
Who Kanye made millionaires? Jay-Z was already rich.
Right.
Jay-Z made Kanye rich.
Off Kanye.
Jay-Z was rich before Kanye.
No, Kanye's a producer.
What that mean?
Produced the records.
Eminem made more. 50. Everybody in G Unit got money off of Eminem alone.
50 was already 50 though.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Hell no, bro. Wait, come on, bro. 50 was a multi-platinum selling artist before Eminem.
No.
Stop it, bro.
Stop it. How did Eminem find 50?
Because who calling in?
Saint.
Who calling in?
Saint.
Yes, sir.
What's up,
live.
Saint? Let's talk, Saint.
Hold on. You're live, sir.
First of all, can everybody hear me?
Yeah. Here we go, Tameka.
T.O., first of all, blessings and salutations, my brother.
Peace, blessings, and salutations. Now come on with the bullshit. I know you're finna say something.
Yep, y'all motherfuckers know it. First of all,
okay,
Eminem is the weakest link. He got the weakest catalog out of the 4.
I would have to agree with that. I would have to agree with that.
Now, I would
culturally, because lyrically, no. Culturally, yes. Eminem is the only one out of all of them that murdered Jay-Z on his own song. No challenge.
Fair. But what I'm saying is, you can't take.
Hold on,
one at a time.
So
what? We talking about Renegade only?
Renegade. What other song they got together?
But that's it. That's it.
They only got one song together.
But I will tell you this.
Okay.
You got to understand, even though Slim Shady, the LLP, the Marshall Mathers LP was good.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I say like his first 2 albums was solid. They
3
was gold.
So Eminem show?
I say first 2, 3. Yeah, you're right. The Eminem show was but after that, even after Eminem show, that start getting a little weird to me, bro. Marilyn Manson.
Eminem is responsible for 8 Mile, bro. Eminem responsible for Stan. Ain't nobody else in that catalog got an 8 Mile or a Stan. Who else in that catalog went diamond?
You tripping? What do you mean? Who else went diamond?
Who? As many times as M?
Said, okay, hotline.
As many times as M? You sleep. Look it up.
Well, this is all everybody's opinion on things.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next one, Devontae.
Yeah, but I feel like
it was getting deep.
I go to bat for that white boy. He done made more millionaires than Lotto has, man.
I say on that one.
Yeezy made a lot of niggas millionaires.
No. Who Yeezy got rich?
Yeezy, first of all, Yeezy made Jay-Z relevant.
Everybody.
Stop, come on. Hey, hang up on
this.
You just said Yeezy made Jay relevant? Bro, stop. Reasonable Doubt was before Yeezy.
Listen to me, bro. And this is real shit, bro.
Come on, bro.
We got Tameka Taylor in here, guys. My
bad.
Jay-Z has
we gonna have this
good
conversation another day, bro.
Jay-Z has some good albums, bro. But Jay-Z started getting to a point where he hit his peak, and he had to either reimagine himself and remake himself, or he was gonna continue to be one of them fucking same.
Bro, that's every artist.
84 rappers. But before Yeezy started giving him all the production, bro, he would have been. Matter of fact, if we really want to really talk about it,
Jay ain't have Just Blaze. Jay ain't have Pharrell. Jay ain't have Timberland. Jay ain't have. Come on.
We gotta go. We gotta wrap this up. My producer has an appointment to go to tonight.
It's all what kind of appointment he got. That's what we
love you, Saint. We love you.
Yeah, Eminem last though.
All right, so this artist got to go in all their whole catalog. You got who's that in the corner? Tyler? Oh, that's Kendrick. Kendrick, Ye, Michael, Travis Scott, Beyonce.
Oh yeah, easy work.
Yeah, Travis.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's a tie between. Never mind, because y'all gonna get mad at me. It's gonna be a whole other conversation. But yeah, I agree with Travis. What you say, Tameka?
Travis.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Travis.
Okay, this one gotta go. Drake, Usher, Wayne, Breezy, Tupac, or R. Kelly.
That nigga say without the charge.
It would probably be Drake for me. I'm not a big Drake fan. I like Drake.
I like the old Drake when he first came out.
That was me.
I like that. I like that. My guess. Damn.
It's
As much as I
hard.
hate to say this,
You better not say Kills.
nah.
Oh.
I gotta get rid of Breezy, man. I gotta get rid of Breezy.
He's in Breezy's world right now.
I can't get rid of Usher.
You can. I mean, you can.
You
can get rid of Usher. We want to talk about the
get rid of Rocky already. Go.
Yeah, because he out here causing divorces and all type of shit.
He causing problems.
But man, Usher's catalog to me, because I'm old, you know what I'm saying?
It's amazing.
Yeah, so and I don't get me wrong, I love Breezy, you know, but I can't get rid of Usher, bro.
Right.
I mean, none of those cats can get rid of either.
Pac already gone. You could have said him over Breezy.
That Residuals track is out of here. Right, side note.
Okay. Next.
All right, Don, did you say something on that one? Don, what was your one?
We got to go back to the hairstyles. For
Yeah,
those.
Right. Yeah, 'cause he ain't paying attention no more. He ain't paying
The
attention.
blonde, blue, the bald head.
The cheetah print, like.
This ain't his thing right now.
Oh, okay.
Too much masculinity.
Hey, look, I thought I had said that early on, but
Don's
got your back. I
Don's
got
a
your
music guy.
Yes.
All right, that's easy.
Right.
Tom Cruise, Will Smith, Samuel L. Jackson, or Robert Downey Jr.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, I agree. He's a weirdo.
He is.
You can't get rid of Iron
Tropic
Man,
Thunder.
First of all,
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't get rid of Tropic Thunder.
yeah,
Come on, now.
yeah, Tropic Thunder. Yeah, you can't get rid of the best black actor ever.
Oh, wait, what? This is hard. I'm gonna sit
Yeah,
this
this
one
the
out.
one right here.
I'm sitting this one out.
I can get rid of Samuel Jackson. Damn, I can't even finish that sentence.
That's because you ain't supposed to say it. You supposed to get rid of Will first.
Nah,
Wow.
I can't do that. Fresh Prince is
Wow.
Fresh Prince is near and dear to my heart.
It's something about them
Fresh
other
Prince.
three that I just love. Like, listen.
Man, listen, you can watch
Along
Fresh
Came
Prince.
the Spider, and listen, I hated Denzel in Training Day, but American Gangster, you can't. Samuel L. Jackson in The Time to Kill, like you can't
do nothing with it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Samuel.
This ain't
I'm gonna
fair.
say Samuel L. Jackson, and I'll say why. Because
Motherfucker.
because he performed at the Super Bowl.
he
about to tell you, don't mess this up.
he's been in more trash movies than any of these guys.
That's because he's been acting more than any of them guys.
because
Come
he
on,
did-
man. Like,
and that's because he
ratio,
did
bro.
10,000 films too. You know
But
what
we
I'm
talking
saying?
about the quality of the character. Though.
But how many? Well, Will Smith has been in one or two, but how many trash movies can
Ain't
you
nobody
say
watching iRobot.
Denzel did?
Our robot is what's happening today. You tripping.
I'm just trying to vouch for my other people. That's all.
I say you could have said a whole.
So you say Will? You say Will?
Yeah.
What you say, Tameka?
I'm gonna sit that one out. I watch all of them. Like
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson got me when he played Uncle Sam at the Super Bowl. Like that was legendary for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were sold, right?
Samuel.
He
said the favorite word.
You know
I
what?
feel.
Samuel L.
word.
Jackson's Black Snake Moan. That was a good movie.
I haven't seen that one.
Nah, you a fucking freak, bro. That's
I can't agree.
That says a lot about you.
That was a weird movie. It was so weird that I was like, damn, this is fucking great acting.
No, I ain't seen that
He
one.
had the white girl title.
Yeah, it was.
Like a dog.
It was.
I didn't watch it to the end.
It's just weird. Like it was like, damn, bro. Like for him to do that, like.
All I see is the Capital One guy. I don't know what y'all talking about.
All right, actors: Lorenz Tate, Mekhi Phifer, Tay Diggs, or Omar Epps.
Can we get more hairstyles up here?
That's all I could find was those two, by the way, the hairstyles. Man, it was not a lot out there.
You ain't real R&B divas and none of that. I mean, my bad. It's Tameka's show. My bad.
Yeah, exactly.
We're calling them hairstyles, Theo.
Hairstyles.
hairstyles.
Yes, hairstyles. Yes.
Tameka, which one gotta go?
That one's hard too, but probably I think Lorenz Tate a little corny sometimes. Mekhi Phifer, he was okay in Soul Food. Tay Diggs, that's my guy. I like him hands down. And who was that in the corner?
Omar
Omar
Epps.
Epps.
Oh my!
Have we seen him since Love and Basketball?
We have.
He's in a doctor show or something like that.
He did, but he also just did the one, The Devil Within. That was a pretty good show.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Oh wait, that's the one with the brother.
Yes,
okay, yeah, I
the
did see that
brother.
one. I did see that one.
So if I had to choose based off the movies I've watched, I can say it probably would be Lorenz Tate for me. That gotta go.
What do you say, Marcina?
I'm gonna agree.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
All right. I'm gonna say Tay Diggs because I can't get rid of Lorenz Tate because of dead presidents.
Oh, I forgot about Dead President. See, that's okay.
Yeah, I
I
can't.
could watch that over and over again. Yeah.
That's one of the
forgot.
movies that take
Tay-
you back to the
I
90s.
ain't never seen.
That make me wanna. I ain't gonna talk.
Yeah, listen to Jeezy with coffee and blunts.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Take me all the way back. What would I do?
I ain't never seen Tay Diggs in a movie. I'm like, man, that was great acting.
Me.
You know, All American's great though, but yeah, it's like he's always played the he was the supporting actor.
He did. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. All right, one gotta go. I don't know how to say Daniel's last name, but y'all, John David Washington,
What he
Michael
played
B.
in?
Jordan.
I don't know who that is.
That's Denzel's son. He played on. He was on that show Ballers, and then he was also in that movie Tenet.
Marcina's still looking like, okay, but what movie did
Right.
he
Yeah.
I'm gonna say him because I don't know him.
Right, me too. I'm with you.
Hey, you don't know Denzel's son?
No, we know Denzel.
Okay.
We know his dad.
Right, we know his daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got to go. All right. Michael B. Jordan. What's this guy's name?
Why they had to put the picture of bro on the
He's looking crazy.
I ain't even I say who it was.
Which one? Lorenz Tate still?
For me?
Yeah.
Probably would still be Lorenz Tate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you,
Because
Marcina?
Michael B. Jordan is good. The guy down at the bottom is good. And then he got me. I kind of fell off with the young guy.
Michael Ealy?
Yeah, in Divorce in the Black. He turned me all the way off with Divorce in the Black.
I haven't seen that one, but I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Oh yes, when he threw them babies out that window.
That was,
Yes.
but did he play in Divorce in the Black?
No,
he
he
didn't
wasn't
play.
on
That wasn't him. Oh well, my bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he threw them babies out the window, yeah, that was the one. So him.
Go to the chat real quick. Was anybody playing along?
Four Color Girls, yeah, that was it.
I was so mad they made Amari Hardwick gay in that.
Ely gotta go. Sank said.
Ely, okay.
Denzel's son gotta
Gotta
go. John Washington.
Okay.
Yeah, and don't be a menace. Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell
No,
y'all.
menace to society, not. Yeah, that was. Yeah, there you go. Can't get rid of him for that. Four Color Girls.
I ain't gonna tell y'all I do not like that movie.
Which one?
Menace to Society.
I'm gonna cut your mic off. Why you don't like the movie?
And you know what? It's crazy. My baby just bought a hoodie. She's got a hoodie that she wears from Poetic Justice, and that was a movie I just didn't care for either.
Poetic Justice?
Yeah,
it was a one-watcher.
Yeah.
What?
But that's just.
I don't like how Janet did pop.
Yeah.
In the
Oh,
office.
yeah.
And when they was in there, when
Because where were they going in the postal truck? I'm just
to the family reunion.
I'll definitely say that.
I forgot.
They was going on the mail run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the mail. I'm like, where were they going for real?
All right, one gotta go. Snoop, Game, Nip, or Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Kendrick, cool.
Hold on, who said
Kendrick.
Kendrick?
Me.
Bro, why? Why? How?
Gotta go.
The game got
How?
to go.
No, I'm gonna need you. How Kendrick? How Kendrick? Over game?
Oh, you about to get jumped, Donald.
Right.
Over game? How?
You make sure you walk him to his car.
Right.
Over the game, bro? How?
He said, yeah.
I'm taking game over.
He just mad about the Super Bowl performance because he was over there with Drake.
No, I don't care about that because we suing Universal and get money, so we don't care. You know.
Yeah, the shot. We're gonna talk about that next episode.
Yeah.
That's big
Anyways,
business right
the
there.
game gotta go.
Game got to go.
Damn, man.
Next.
We get money.
I can't, man. Damn, I can't pick that. But this is just for you right here. Tameka.
Y'all know who got
Luda.
to stay, baby, is who?
Wayne, T.I., Jeezy,
Yeah,
or Luda.
Yeah, Luda definitely got to go.
Yeah.
Y'all could just blow Jeezy on up.
Period. Look,
Came back in the snowman.
You see his picture's the clearest one that's up
Yeah.
there.
There's a reason for that, and I was
Man,
just
the
getting ready to say,
snowman, bro.
there's a reason for that. So originally the picture was fabulous, but I cropped Jeezy in there just for you to.
I know that's right. One time for the snowman.
Yeah,
They call it summertime.
So everybody say Luda? You said Luda. He's a different.
I was raised on Luda too.
He's a different generation.
Alligator mouth with a hummingbird ass. Your mouth right chicks that your ass can't cash. 145 in the mouth of your weight class. Wanna survive, better scramble like eggs and break fast. Cause I know how to handle your fake ass. I'll ride on your hygiene. Yes, it's the X-Track. Pull up in the Chevy, spraying rounds through the glass. See you laying face down in the grass and I laugh. That's the end of the song.
That's the last one?
My bad, man.
Right, quit.
All right. What's the chat saying? We'll wrap this thing up. Shout out to the chat.
Jeezy raised me. I know that's right.
T-Baby said Luda gotta go. Saint over there. Jeezy raised me. Luda gotta go. Unique said Luda. The Don says Luda. T-Baby says he's not picking.
That wasn't even fair to put.
She said Game. Although Game had crazy bars. The Game did have crazy bars. Man.
Y'all should have put Trick in there. Then it would have been a real conversation.
Yeah. But listen, man. Marcina, appreciate you for always coming through for me.
Always.
Don, you already know what it is. T.O., appreciate you always popping in on us, bro.
I love that I get to see him here.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on a return text, so we're going to talk about that off there.
Whoa, he ain't returned one of your texts?
Girl.
Because
Man,
that's
listen.
unlike him.
My boy busy out here.
He is. He booked and busy.
Yeah.
I'm going to let him slide.
Yeah, I did.
Affirm.
Now you got to apologize. Now you got to apologize.
You did, but you said, I will know afterwards. It's afterwards tomorrow, like.
All right, y'all. It's been a good episode.
Tameka, listen, man. I was really like they said. I was really, excited for this episode. I've been talking about it since we talked.
Yeah.
It's everything. It came out everything I expected and more.
Yes.
Listen, I'm gonna let you know you're beautiful inside and out.
Thank you.
You got a family here. This, that, and the other.
I love
you need us
y'all.
for anything. We here for you. We appreciate you for taking the time out and kicking it with us. Tell the people out there on the chat and everybody who's listening in the universe where they can reach you at, what you got going on, your socials, all that good stuff.
So thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on This, That, and the Other. It's been amazing. I actually got to connect with good people that I've been following. So to see you in the flesh is amazing. You can follow me on all social media platforms by Tameka Taylor, right? Facebook, Instagram. And then you can go to my website, www.tamekataylor.com, and find out all things that you need to know, products, classes, upcoming events. I have a community called the Connector Community. You can find out about the Beauty Connect podcast, and just all things me. But
yes, Lord.
If you know my name, you know where to find me.
Yes, Lord. And real quick before we end this, T-Baby, we see you. Your daddy's going into surgery in the morning. He is definitely in all our prayers.
Yes, prayers.
Listen, prayers to you for strength and guidance. Prayers to your daddy and and that surgeon that he has those magic hands touched by God, and make sure your dad, gets through it unscathed. We love you, T-Baby. Always tuning in and showing love to us. The Dawn says she's so proud of you, Tameka.
Thank you, the Don. I'm so glad I met you.
Yes, that's what's up. And Saint, we love you, bruh. This has been This, That, and the Other. Catch us next Thursday. We cooking up. We got some events popping up. Shout out to T.O. and Firm Vision. We out this thing.
The This, That, and the Other podcast.